addicted to you. try to lose them in the dark. Colors bleed together, I can't run any faster. It will end before it starts. I'm up against a wall. How can it be growing taller? I'm high on adrenaline. I see the world burning in a vision. Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. Drugs can do the same. Blood in the wind. Is this what we created? Where have we started? Did I lose my mind? I'm up against a wall, on the edge, seconds till I fall. I'm high on adrenaline. I see the world burning from within. Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. been down the darkest road. I know that it's true. So throw your dirt at me and make it look brand new. They all know my name. Not an easy shot. Turn these tears into gold. They shine like what I've lost. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And just look at where I am now. We can break the cycle. Find my own way out. With a lot of the end of the tunnel. So I won't give up myself.
Mommy, mommy. Ba, wah, wah, wah. All right,
Good Clown
bitches.
Fiesta, or like,
I mean, I did it with Candlekeep. When Candlekeep came out, I ran 2 sessions a day of it, and it was just like I ran through so many different people, and it was just a strange thing to run for so many randos in such a short time frame.
I figured out what route you took. Scuzz.
Huh?
Firecracker. You had 4 seconds on me, and I was trying to figure out how the fuck you did it. So now I just gotta beat that.
Okay.
Yeah, DM, are we 11 or 12?
12.
Oh, 12, okay.
oh,
Come on, low roll, let's go! Yeah! Woo!
What route did I take on that?
Yeah, baby!
Reroll
That's
that
what
one,
I've
you
been waiting
dingus.
Oh, that beautiful 2.
Ah!
No, it's a 2. Okay, you're fine.
Oh, so good. I can't increase my ability scores. That's stupid.
do it, coward.
Feats are way
No.
more fun.
You know, I see Kalis as a tavern brawler.
Okay, hey, Destroy, question. Why are you not
Yeah.
ziplining to that balloon at the bottom after you blast those 3?
Saving rockets to go faster.
Do you even gotta go fast?
And so I can do that.
Ooh,
There we go.
nice. Yeah, you did go faster with rockets.
Oh. I also probably could have gone a little bit faster if I hit rockets while I was in the tube on the way up. But okay, now I should be back to being top time on every level except the last 2, which I'm going through and doing all the side missions first before going for the true ending.
I haven't even beat
I
the
actually
last
have. Yeah, this one I still need to shave off a few seconds, but can I do green side missions again? From
the
White's
journal.
room, right? Yeah.
All right, but fuck that. Come on, we got a game to play.
Yeah. Icewind Dale. I think I leveled up, but I don't remember.
Oh yeah, 52 HP. Let's go.
All right, I gotta roll that.
Oh yeah. No, I think you rolled, didn't you, Hurricane? I thought you leveled up.
Oh, did it not come up like last time? Because I wasn't here for last session. But if that's not an issue, then I guess
It was 2 sessions ago that we
Well,
leveled
the
up.
thing is, I it was 2 sessions ago, and I had looked at what your, well,
I'll say if it was 2 sessions ago, then yeah, I'm good. On my Schmidt points, but I did not drop the.
but granted, I had not. Here, you know,
All right.
I check something. Actually, I don't want to. That'd be going back way too many sessions. FTAP. You rolled a 6. Add that to your HP. That's fine. I'll update for you and Kalis.
No, I already rolled the hit points then because I was at like 123 before I leveled up. I just.
Oh, okay. Then you.
Yeah.
Okay. Not you guys. The cat needs to get out of the drawer. All right.
Leon, did you just have a Vietnam flashback?
You what? No reason you have me so low.
God damn it.
Oh, I thought I was about to close a browser tab there. Golly. Scaring me.
Yes.
Can't do that.
You haven't been here for the update of all these fun things.
Legit? Or is that somebody made that?
That's legit. It's a officially a Critical Role product.
Damn.
Clue. Critical Role Clue.
Or as the filthy British call it, Cluedo.
Ludo.
What?
Is it
That
trying to
That is a
figure
real
out what-
thing. British people
trying to
call
solve-
Cluedo.
Is it trying to solve who turned Pluto into a dwarf planet?
So confused. I love how the character mover things, and then. Oh wait, whoa! There's actually additional stuff. When did Clue get more complicated?
I mean, that's probably for their version. There's been several versions of Clue where like it's like there's like things you can change on the field. And you can move people around and stuff.
I know there's like a quote unquote second version of Clue, but it has another name. It's like Clue.
Is it Cluedo?
No, it's not Cluedo.
No, Cluedo is just British Clue.
Clue
Clue.
Tourist.
Clue.
Yeah. Man, played Elder Tour in a while.
That's true. That needs to be back on the menu here.
What?
Elder
Elder
Tour.
Tour.
When we have hours to dedicate.
All right. So,
Nani?
summary of last time. We will hopefully join us in a bit, but summary. This was post-battle in the spire of Iriolarthis, as caught up with the crew immediately as Hyrokin had boldly leapt from the gaping hole that was blasted by a giant pyramid in the side of Iriolarthis' study. The rest of the party looked down and tried to spot where their cat friend went, but could not tell. Just a big pile of dust and destruction down on the ground. The remaining group then quickly explored and looted the study of Iriolarthis, including finding a very interesting looking staff, which probably concluded was the staff that Veneranda, the scientist robot chick below, or robot brain below, was looking for. But also a scroll of Summon Tarask and a spell book containing all of Iriolarthus's spells. Probably very valuable to a high bidder. Also, there was a bunch of information that was included in the kind of sunken library in the center, which you all translated and ended up reading, which one of them was the words that would, one, deactivate the force field permanently around the spire. Also, a word of power, a power word, whatever you want to call it, that would open the portal to head back down into the Chamber of 8 below the study. You also learned that the Mythalar could have up to 8 people attuned to it and could change the weather in a 50-mile radius of the object. So, quite big power. And that was basically it. The group then decided to descend downwards, having a quick conversation with Everlast, who was the holographic homie, who was just kind of monitoring their progress. And as you made your way down, you were then confronted across the force bridge by none other than Veneranda, as she basically did the whole, like, give me the staff and I will let you pass. Through some great deception, sleight of hand, and conversation, you stashed the actual staff in the bag of holding that was at Valhana's side, and then Thad, through a natural 20, I may add,
Yeah.
deceived and gave Veneranda the staff made out of Chardolin crystal. Veneranda, not having anything but blind sight through her brain, grabbed the staff, inspected it, and went back to her laboratory to prepare to activate the obelisk. Taking that as a sign to get the heck out of there, the party descended down the elevator and met up with Zero again at the base in the neighborhood of Yithrin, deciding to try to go and find their cat friend. Oh, the party... Oh, also, when did fucking, at some point, Donovan threw another bean out the window.
Yes. To fight a pyramid with a pyramid was the idea. But...
And that came back to literally bite you in the ass, as the bean had transformed into a bullet, a land shark, if you will, and that attacked the party as they were searching for Hyrokin, easily defeating it. However, I was just a single solitary creature. The group climbed through the dusty rubble and carnage of the destroyed pyramid, only to find a dust-covered feline dragging a casket out of the rubble. And as he spots the party, axe in hand, he turns over the casket. Out falls a massive amount of coins, silver and gold, or actually silver and platinum pieces to be exact. Or gold and platinum pieces. Some strange art-like objects that seem to have been buried in this casket. And a desiccated, dried up, and very battered corpse of a bandage-wrapped individual, along with a staff. Strange staff topples out, or falls out of the casket as well. Dunk, 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 down the
Wrapped
rocks.
with bandages.
Yeah, covered in bandages at the feet of the party. I'll repost what that staff looks like in the... Yeah.
And Thad had picked it up because it's a stick to hit people with.
Bad like staff. There you go. That thing.
You can play a timpani drum or hit someone on the head with it. Either way.
Yeah, exactly. So, that is where we pick up. And we see Hyrokin catching his breath, seemingly not too much worse for wear, having handily survived the fall after continuing his rage as he plummeted to the ground.
Fucking flump MVP.
Yeah. So as the party just kind of stands there, we get a quick flashback to Hyrokin. Do you want to give us a very brief play-by-play of what happened when you had landed in the rubble of the fallen pyramid?
Oh, when I hit the ground, you all saw, I was okay. Ultimately, I was just so mad I kind of ignored it. I don't know. It's complicated. The point was, I landed. It was sandy. It was dusty. I did what cats do when they're in sandy areas. Then I proceeded to go into the pyramid because I heard that my axe here had fallen inside. Upon entering the interior of the pyramid, I discovered that it was dark, and I really just kept running through, and there were writings on the walls, and there was so much knowledge to be acquired and learned, but I just didn't care. What was important was that got what I needed, got inside. There were a lot of spiders. I don't know if you guys know about this, but these were not the good spiders that made us silk suits and stuff. These were like actual spiders. They're kind of terrible. Bad people. One of them was named Benny, but he was okay with it. The other ones were a problem. One time. And there was like some moaning like mummy thing somewhere. Like, I don't know. We never crossed paths. But I got to the center, and then somehow like this casket here, like the axe had somehow, it defies all physics and reason. It had fallen through and just embedded itself in the casket. And I couldn't really get it out in the dark there, so I came out here where I could get more room to leverage it out. And there are a couple other baddies and bats. That's what I call bats. Batties, man. That's what they call it in academia, don't you know? And then by the time I got out, you all were here. And I think the axe might be cursed, guys. My guess.
No, really?
Right. Perhaps it's time to try to approach that axe-shaped elephant in the room.
And as you
Yeah.
begin that conversation, you do remember the last thing we left off with, actually, was the pitter-patter of webbed feet alongside the huffs and puffs of a ragged tribesman as King Sport, the giant talking penguin, and a ragged tribesman from the elk tribe that escorted you here came panting in to tell you that Oral approaches.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, perhaps we
Oral
should
was
keep
about
this.
to-
We should perhaps keep this axe conversation on the briefer side of things. But what do you think we can do about this? I don't think I really would like to get into a fight with Oral and you go all feral on us.
Well, I mean, surely you have, aren't you the monk, a holy man of some sorts?
Yes.
Can't you, pray about it?
Let me think really hard about that.
I'm sorry, meditate.
Oh, yes. I believe if we took a bit of a rest, I might be able to remove the thing that is causing
going to give us much time for that.
However, do recall those chairs we sat up top were able to revive us a bit. Perhaps they could serve a similar purpose.
Well, did we find an elevator? Because I really don't want to walk back up that.
It did yeet us up to the top.
Well,
Sorry, it did transport us quickly up to the top.
No cap.
No cap, for real.
Kingsword and the tribesmen are here, right?
Straight busting.
They just
Yep.
showed up.
Yeah,
how-
Kingsford waves. Hello! Remember me?
Yep.
No.
Oh! At that point, I believe, I don't remember who was carrying Kalis, but Kalis just suddenly poof, pops out of the lamp that was, I guess, getting carried by, was it Demovan or was it Thad? I can't
was-
remember.
was cool.
Valhalla, if I remember.
We're all thinking of someone else.
We
The
did
babysit the lamp.
discuss letting
We all-
Hyrokin carry it.
Yeah, we all did agree that maybe we shouldn't drop it off the edge, but it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
really funny if we did.
Yeah.
And
We
to
actually
not
did
put it in
take
the
a
bag
look
of
at it.
holding.
I just like the idea that no one actually knows who brought Kalis. He just somehow keeps showing up.
We keep leaving it behind, but he keeps finding us.
Kalis came back the very next day.
Yeah, it's just made, as Derpy just said, it's like fucking Beauty and the Beast. It's just ba-bing, 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 just hopping, just like bouncing along on the floor
Yeah.
behind. Yeah,
Kingsford.
the tribesmen in Kingsport are there. The tribesman is catching his breath. Kingsport, having run a little bit less far, he's not as exhausted. But yes, were you gonna ask them something?
Well, how far away were they when you saw them? Do we have any way of keeping an eye on them, or have any sense of how long it may take them to reach us?
The tribesman catches his breath. One of our eagles saw them. They're about a day away from the entrance of the caves. But we thought we should warn you as soon as possible so you could prepare. The tribesmen are going to try to barricade the entrance, maybe even collapse it, if you think that's a good idea.
I think that would be good, yes.
Hora is pouting.
Might be for the best if you proactively do such a thing, and then make yourself sparse. I don't know what you would be able to do on your own, unless you wish to come down and join us. It'd be better to have forces combined and split up.
I did notice that there was a large ice bridge that was between the cave exit and this large city that we have found here. Quite amazing. And now I'm really taking it in and realizing what it is. Oh God. Would you have any way to possibly destroy that bridge? The rest of the tribesfolk could come in and barricade themselves here in the city, and if we destroy the bridge, it would be much harder for Oral's large army to get to you, I think.
And why would we want to do that?
She's traveling with a small contingency of what looks to be, was reported to be snow golems, cold light walkers, and undead frost giants.
And where is the problem?
Probably
I think
dying.
he just said the problem.
I
They
don't
want
see
to
that as a
kill us.
problem. That's just an afternoon activity.
The last time we saw a frost giant, it was not so pretty.
That was weeks ago.
Question mark, yeah.
It was a time ago, yes.
That was 8 levels ago.
Although, speaking of golems, where is our friend?
You hear a large crash in the distance.
Oh, there he is. Perhaps, Vahana, if you wouldn't mind, when we figure out what we're doing, gather him up. He should be a valuable ally in what's to come. Perhaps he can also break that bridge if we need it.
No, Valhalla doesn't have the ability to page the golem. But if you do happen to, but if you happen to find him, sure, you could probably communicate with him.
Okay, that's one other idea. I do like the idea of destroying the bridge or somehow separating her forces.
I would agree.
It would at least make it harder for her to get here. I'm not looking to die just yet. I just got my freedom from the Arcanoloth, from Scriventhry, so I'd like to not die.
I take a look at. Does he seem like he's much of a soldier, combatant?
Kingsport, the penguin?
Yeah.
No.
The blind penguin?
Perhaps you should sit this one out then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Perhaps you could be our eyes. I mean, perhaps you could be some other sort of assistance.
Valhalla wants to give Kingsport, the spell storing item so that he can cast up to 10 spells.
Oh no.
Yes.
I mean, oh yes, but oh no.
Fireball penguin, let's go!
Up to 10 casts of a level 2 spell.
He can cast more spells than me. This is bullshit.
Wait a
How does
minute.
that make you feel?
Insignificant, to be honest with you.
We don't even
Was
know how
that
you
your
got here,
goal?
so that's appropriate.
I may have a horrible idea.
Go on.
Is it breaking the bridge and ruining my fun, as all of you seem to very excited to do?
No,
Why
this
are
would
you
actually
so
involve
excited?
us heading back up to the surface.
I am all for this plan. Let's go.
Oh, you haven't heard it yet.
All I need to know is we are going up to fight.
I don't think we're going up to fight. I think
Well,
we're gonna go up
maybe you're
and
not.
find someone else to fight for us. As I bonk a scroll in my hand.
I am narrowing my eyes at you.
Right, so this thing. I just hold it like,
Can't
y'all.
read.
You want? I mean, I can see it. It's magic.
But it's funnier if you can't.
So I can't read the words.
Have you ever heard of a Terrask?
All I'm
Actually-
hearing is you want to be a coward and
No, no,
let
no,
something else fight for us.
He's got a point. Actually, there's a journal published article the other day about ancient city. Was kind of very mechanically inclined, and one of these beasts actually devoured the entire city. It's a fascinating study, and can't wait to be a part of an iterative process. See what we
Somehow
can do.
Cora looks really bored with no eyes.
Oh my God, what is your? I mean, you okay, Cora? Do you something you want to share with the class?
We are spending so much time thinking about this, and we could just go up and fight.
And die.
Yeah, maybe you will.
Well, how about this, Color? One, we do need to gather our strength before we get involved in any sort of combat in the first degree. Second, if it sounds like this pseudo-deity has an entire army at her disposal, I think we can use all the help we can get. Find a way to use this to distract her, the chaff of her army, and fight her directly ourselves. Somehow. I figure there must be some way to lure her down here, and I just kind of gesture at all the different buildings and things. We have plenty of places to ambush or set up, or who knows what we could get here in a day's worth of prep. But one of us should be able to use this thing out at the surface and, well, at least make the fight more even for us. I can't guarantee it won't go over to 10 towns, but, you know.
Oh, if it destroys Dugan's hole, though, wouldn't it all be worth it?
I look wistfully in the distance. Well, that's just one idea I have. Any other suggestions? Other than going to fisticuff an entire army?
Well, then I'm out of ideas.
I think we collapse the bridge. I think that's our best bet.
And then what?
Find her here.
Wait a minute. Why haven't we gone to look at the thingy, you know, big old weather orb thingy?
Because
whatchamajig?
on our
Because
way
you were
there.
also insistent on finding the cat.
Oh, well, we found the cat, so now we can look at the weather.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Maybe that's a
That was
secret
my
to all
choice.
this.
The cat.
Sorry,
What?
was that Cora? You had something you want to say there?
I said it wasn't my choice. I didn't know you were lacking of hearing as well.
Got a little sand in there, you know, from the whole, falling 1,200 feet.
That was impressive.
Yeah, it was. Did you see that coming with your spooky eyes?
I technically don't see anything coming. Thanks for bringing it up.
You're welcome.
Maybe you should work on your finger dexterity.
Maybe you should work on actually staying up during a fight.
Heyo.
Hmm.
That's a good one.
I mean, I've already lost and found an eye in the city. Perhaps we could find you a pair as well.
I don't
maybe-
need the whatever the city will give me. I have gotten what.
She's trying to say she can grow
You've
up.
gotten overly aggressive and
And I'm also about to have Slugward listen to surface level thoughts right now.
Mhm. You've gotten overly aggressive and suddenly have a lack of care for what happens to any of us. More so than before.
Some may argue that's always been the case.
More so
Most
than
would.
before.
What would I
Are we
get?
going
With,
to look at this weather machine or not?
yeah, but what would I get with
Or-
that surface level? The mind reading thing.
Crix is an asshole.
It's very ADHD at the moment.
No, like
She is
no.
jumping. She is jumping topics very quickly, from wanting to go out and fight, from wanting to argue with both Crix and Hirokin, and wanting to get the Mythalar thing over with.
Would I get a sense that something's driving this, or internal anxiety, or something? I don't. Do I get any sense of
She's
just
very
normal?
antsy.
Okay. Very well. Well, we have a
if you're
day. Okay.
Go ahead.
Nope, you
Okay.
first, because mine's just continuation of
Well,
others.
if you're so intent on fighting her whole army alone, why don't you go out there and stall them? If you don't like our plan, you can do it yourself.
Polrod looks like immediately ready to turn and actually go do that.
Oh, we need everyone who we can help. Don't get. Stop. You stop baiting her. You stop being violent. Let's work together and figure out how they can do. Which I do think the first thing is to go find this Mythalar and see what we can gain from that. And then count our chickens until they hatch. Or
Don't
Something
believe
like-
that's the phrase, but
something
let's
like
roll
that.
with it.
Yep. Okay. Alright, Mythalar, where is it? Somewhere around here.
And you literally just turn to the southeast
there it
and you
is.
see the large glowing orb softly pulsating beneath the shadow of the base of this giant spire.
Found it. Let's go.
Okay.
Unless there's any other considerations, I feel like that's the next logical spot.
That makes sense.
So we are just breaking this, right?
What? The thing that can pull the weather back to the way it's supposed to be? Or
I mean, if it's off, then we can't be doing more damage.
why not try to use it? I mean, didn't we hear that it only took, 8 people to fly this ship? City? Thing? What if we could do that?
8 powerful mages.
We're powerful mages.
I believe it said up to.
Also true. Well, we won't know until we take a look, so we don't start breaking it yet. There's many a mystery here, and it's all connected.
The only mystery we need is this is causing issues. If it's gone, it will cause no more issues.
Wait, how is this thing causing an issue?
Am I wrong? This is what was causing the snow, right? I thought that
don't-
was what we knew.
Does Cora think that?
I mean, Cora attributes the weather to the weather device. Yes.
So no,
But-
it's not. This, as far as you know, Oral. Every single night, Oral casts a spell over Icewind Dale that is keeping it in eternal winter currently.
Because also the range on this is 50 miles, and 10 towns is much larger than that. Especially we're out in the glacier. So this wouldn't even reach the full way.
Okay, then it's even more pointless than I thought.
50-mile
Wait.
radius.
Yeah.
Go take us to the 10 towns map. Because I'm pretty sure it's smaller than a 50-mile radius.
It's a very rough 50 miles.
So we are.
See, it wouldn't cover all of it. It only gets halfway. So that's what I'm saying, that even if this covered here, over here would not be frozen. We've been there, so we know that's frozen. So it can't be this. Also over here. So this cannot be the source of the weather that's happening. So we know it could potentially, if we move this thing, if we can move the city, I don't know if we can, because it sounds like it may take more, and moved it to the center here, then we could cover this entire area, the counter oral. Or
Or
her spell.
Second idea. We just kill Oral. Eh?
Actually, if we move it like just like a few miles, we could cover this whole area except Dugan's hole.
Perfect.
Anyways, I would think this is all sort of pointless conjecture until we take a closer look at it and see what we can even do. I am just making assumptions based on what we've heard. So, what's this orb do?
You want to head in that direction?
Yeah, I was already assuming we're walking in that direction.
Sounds good.
We'll sleep under the orb tonight.
All right, so
I am just real quick. As we're walking, I'm going to be continuously holding a spell, and it's just it's command in case something happens.
all right. Well, holding it is the equivalent of casting it. So
I thought if you don't use your action on
Nope.
the turn, it just resets.
Nope.
In that case, I'm not holding it. I am just making myself ready to use it.
Yeah.
So my reaction's in that direction.
So, as you walk in that direction towards this large, luminous orb, you do see what I described. 50-foot diameter crystal sphere. It rests on a ornate golden stand. You're able to reach it because you have permanently deactivated the force field surrounding it. So,
How tall was the pedestal everything was on?
well, it's
Oh,
not massive. It's basically a small pedestal, maybe a foot or two off of the ground. The sphere itself, though, is 50 feet in diameter.
Woo!
There
Does
it
it
is.
look like it's a sun at the middle like that?
Right now, no, it doesn't.
Hmm.
I start reaching for the necklace of fireballs.
Are you actually?
No.
Okay. God, I'd
Make
be
a,
like,
make a sun out of it.
All right.
I look over to I don't know,
Hirokin,
Yep.
what do we do now? It's magical. This is sort of academic stuff, right? You know, where to poke it, figure out what to do.
So this thing is glowing pretty brightly right now. Doesn't seem so. It is glowing, but it doesn't seem to be active. If that makes sense.
I pick up a rock and chuck it in the center.
It ricochets off of it. It is a crystal ball, a 50-foot diameter crystal ball.
Do any of you practice Santeria?
Back when I did, I didn't have one of these though.
Is there? So it looks like again, there's something that kind of comes over the top of it.
Yeah, it's kind of imagine
Around the
it has like a cradle on the bottom, like those little things. Those we could call them petals of like a flower. Those they cradle the base of this 50-foot diameter crystal ball, and then up and over the top, there's kind of like just the same way that like a globe, like an Earth globe, has the little I don't know handle thing that keeps it in place. That's lightly touching the top of it with like a tiny spindle.
Who used the last one? Valhalla did, right? The small one we found in the shack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did.
All right,
miniature one,
Valhalla. Hirokin, Valhalla, you two probably have the most knowledge here. Why don't we do a lap around it and see what we can figure out?
The last I checked, though, Hirokin is no mage.
He's smart and reads books and stuff, though.
Well, he reads other people's work.
You are aware that I've published more than just a thesis, right?
Well, the one you
Well,
keep
it
bragging
takes-
about is the one you faked, so.
No, it's not.
That's
Okay.
not what you said.
You... Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, right. We can come back to that, right? You know, frozen gods and all that. Okay, so I just want to try to like walk a loop around it.
Yep.
With bringing them along if you guys want to take a look and try to, or anyone who wants to really, but
Since Valhana's had experience of operating one, see if there's anything that makes sense in terms of what you used before, and there's any sort of interaction points, runes, control panel. I don't know.
Sure.
Anything of interest like that.
Yeah. Valhana can give me an Arcana check. With advantage.
It's our girl.
Arcana is the top. Yeah, there you go. Wow, a 24.
Nice.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah, it's already advantage. All right, cool. So with the 24, Valhana circles around this thing, eyeing it up and down, the 50-foot diameter giant crystal ball, giving off this warm light. And she begins to get the sense that this thing, though similar to the small version of it that was being built in the cabin, there are some large differences from this. Mainly that it
Mainly
seems
the size.
that... What's up? Oh, size.
Nothing.
Yes. Valhana, like you get close to it, kind of taking a quick look at it, and you feel an immense like radiant energy that is pulsing from this. With that roll, you realize as your hand starts to get close that it almost starts to burn with radiant energy. This thing is not meant to be interacted physically.
They just didn't try hard enough.
A mage hand does nothing.
There's some
No, it doesn't
static
go.
going
It
on.
doesn't go through it. Oh yeah, Neon, we're getting some feedback, some static from your mic. It doesn't go through it. It just touches it and doesn't do anything.
And if we do a walk around and look at where the globe arm is there anything around? Static seems to
No.
be gone now.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing on that side either.
Wait,
By interacted with, I
uh-oh.
mean that like physically interacted with. It doesn't go through it. Mage hand will not go through it. No. The crystal ball. It's a solid crystal ball.
Wait. Who has the bag of holding? Cora, is that you?
Valhana does.
Valhana?
Literally the only person that has had it the entire game.
Yeah.
I thought, for some reason, I thought that we were.
Okay, what do you
What?
want for the
I
bag of
can't.
holding?
I can't hear what.
You'll chat
Anyways, I was just saying, pull out the staff of Ariel Arthas. See if we can do something with that. If it resonates with this at all. I was thought that we had handed it off to Cora just because we weren't interacting, but we snuck it into your pack before interacting with the Charlotte staff. That's why I was confused.
It was Valhana has the pack. That's it.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a little confused. Jesus.
You were channeling that a little too hard.
Well,
So
wait,
without using this staff, if you hold it up, does anything happen? I don't know. Someone who's magical figure it out.
I really like to hold staffs. Let me.
Sounds
No.
pretty sus.
Okay.
I'll toss it to Caleb.
I'm an
Okay.
old man. We like staffs. They're a statement piece.
Okay.
Because it's what- is
Valhana
what
pulls out.
illegal in
Valhana
your
pulls out
town.
the staff that you found up in Iralarthus's study, and tosses it over to Kalis.
I cast Power Word Kill on everyone now.
Yeah.
Good champ.
Great campaign, guys. It's fun while it lasted.
I have over 100 hit points. It won't do anything.
I cast Mass Power Word Kill.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, you have the staff in your hand, Kalis. It is made out of some very, very, like an unknown metal. Feels cool in your hands. What do you plan to do with it?
I will take the staff. And does it feel like I need to be attuned to this, or does it feel like
The staff?
It's all Gucci, yeah.
What, the staff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have not attuned to this thing. You can tell it's very powerfully magical, but you need to attune to it.
Hmm.
In
Do
order
you
for
all
you
want
to-
to
in
sit
order
here
for
for
you
an
to
hour while I
access-
rub this staff real quick?
Yeah, you need to
Nope.
attune to it in order to access any of its magical powers, for sure.
Oh, like mine got lost his professorship over that.
God.
While we're waiting, do we want to maybe pass out some of the staves that Thad has been hoarding?
What? I don't have any staves. I gave all the ones away except for the one I just picked up, which I'm still holding right now.
Did you? I thought you picked up like 6.
No, that was someone else. I think Cora picked those up. And I gave him the Demoband or something. I only had the Charlatan staff, and that's the one I used to give to what's her face? Miranda. I had some other things we
Even
can.
then, you didn't have it. It was in the bag.
Well, we've got two options. Either we sit here for an hour while I play with the staff, or I go and touch the orb.
I'm already going up to touch the orb.
But I'll touch the orb with the staff.
Cora, you go
Do
up
it,
and touch
do
the
it,
orb.
Do it. Yes.
Anybody stop Cora?
No.
I probably wasn't paying attention to this. I was looking at.
Hirokin's gonna take out
Yeah.
a pen and paper and kind of
Um,
like.
Cora, roll. Does anybody stop Cora? Valhana, you were told that I told you.
I can't hear what she's saying, but I also did mention I was going to essentially wait for something not untoward from Kohler to use command. So if I'm not distracted, I probably would do that.
I'm not exactly being secretive here.
I will tell Cora, like, I'm not going. Don't do it. But I'm gonna. Hold on a second. I want to try some other. That doesn't seem like.
Neither do most things I have done.
Wait, so you just said, Valhana said that out loud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good at- And then that would probably be enough to get me to look over and see what's about to happen then.
Okay.
I'm just like, just hold on. Hold
And if so then if Kohler reaches out, I will try to cast command on Kohler to back away.
Cora, do you reach out to touch it?
Um,
going to go directly. I didn't.
It's also, sorry, it's a little bit hard to hear what's going on between the static and the distance.
Therapy, I need you to get your headphones.
I don't want my headphones. Awkward.
Well, that's tough because
I'll go.
Get a clip mic.
not me. I didn't fart. The dog just farted. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not kicking you out of the room. Nope, she's leaving on her own accord. All right. Quick pause.
I was just playing that song on the French horn yesterday.
What's still that area?
Also, Neon, your mic keeps going staticky.
It's not the normal like static through Discord. It's like a fan in the background. Well, it's gone now.
When you talk, there's a little bit of it, but it's not staying permanently on. So that's an
Yeah.
improvement.
I am the fan queen.
So now it's fine.
The queen of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'd be so rich.
Man, remember when they tried to go non-pornographic?
Yeah,
I
it was a troublesome 2 days.
Was
I
it that
don't-
long? I could have sworn it was like 2 hours.
I think it was legitimately like 2 hours. They announced it, and then they got a bunch of flack, and then they went through with it anyways, and then they got more flack, and they're like, okay, backpedal, backpedal, backpedal.
So they didn't learn from Tumblr.
That'd be like Twitch trying to say no more, like,
No more
like,
video.
No more video.
this is
Twitch
rude.
going, no more video, only fans.
Twitch just becomes
stops.
chat.
Twitch stops letting videos, and it's only PowerPoint from now on.
Hey, there's
Just
plenty of
chatting.
streams out there that are already doing that.
Twitch becomes nothing but hot tub streamers, which become the ASMR streamers, and then OnlyFans, because they can't do that, become game streamers, and then it just complete invert each other's markets. It could happen. I'm just saying.
I
That
don't
Hamilton-
like that it could. You're absolutely right. I really want to touch this ball.
I did make it clear that I was trying to stop you from doing things I consider untowards.
I'm
We'll see how the dice roll on that one, I guess.
One moment.
Eat.
Goddamn bootleg fireworks.
Still more. Still.
Oh, dude, it's
Don't you get fireworks like on regular weeks?
like we've been having fireworks since like President's Day. I feel like.
I've got a few neighbors that regularly set off fireworks at anywhere between midnight to 2
Oh, that's fucking awful.
Yeah.
on a semi-daily basis. Like,
Jesus.
Have you ever considered finding their stash and setting it off in their shed?
well, that'd require effort.
They'd probably stop
that
it.
you now have the lack of sleep to deal with. So,
I mean, I don't go to bed till like 2 anyway.
well,
But
fair enough.
Goddamn youths, go outside with the sun. Fix
Look,
your
the
TV
sun
red.
burns me.
Sunday night this week, because we didn't have, we had 4th of July off. We stayed up way too late, and DM said yesterday that she didn't realize it was so late until she saw the sun starting to come up.
Oh, nice.
That's,
Yeah.
that's when she went to bed, and I was like, "Oh damn, I went to bed at 4, and I thought that was late enough."
I regularly go to bed at like 8 a.m.
All right.
I can't imagine that.
Derpy, can you communicate now? Yes. No.
Is that Neon?
Yeah, Neon
Yeah.
Static, he's back again.
Yeah. And Neon has a big fan next to her.
Only a fan.
No, that's Derpy. Okay. we pick up where we just left off here. So,
Mhm.
Cora
I don't remember
is
what I was saying.
Cora is about to reach out to touch this device, this large crystal globe,
butt.
and Valhalla has spoken out and said that this is not to be interacted with, or however you want.
No, I just said. Shoot.
Yeah, it's back.
you know what it is? That's the sound of the orb right
Yeah.
now.
All right. continue.
Yeah.
That's the backdrop of the orb.
It's yeah.
No, I
in-
don't want
immersion.
to discourage her from touching it because one, I know that that's just going to entice her to touch it.
She's
But-
really treating me like a 2-year-old.
But is she wrong to do
I
so?
don't.
No,
I don't. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be like. Be careful. That's not safe. Like I want to be like, just hold on. Like a couple more minutes. I want to try a couple more things because it feels dangerous. Like it doesn't feel like something should be interacting with in that way. So just before you do that, just let us try a few more things.
I take a second and put my hand down before pondering these, and then raise it up and with a questioning look.
See,
Whoa.
Pondering what?
the orb.
Oh, extra limbs.
Prehensile tentacle is just a combo of words. That is.
It is definitely a tree vine, but yes.
I mean, in my mind, I'm like, well, it's not you, so like, shrug.
It is part of her.
But it's extra.
Sure. It is physically attached to her still.
It's like a strap on.
Well, I don't know what a strap-on is not.
Okay. So, I mean,
It's
if
like a
Valhana
strap-on that melds with you.
It's a
if
strap-on
Valhana
made of
shrugs,
flesh.
then I don't know. Or do what you want to do.
I don't. I mean, okay. So would Val, from what Val gathered the first time around, this is still just as like sketchy.
Yeah.
Of a possibility. Okay. Then I was like, it's still you. Technically.
Laura crosses both her arms and her extra arms and walks away.
Thank you. And gonna just see what I've got and see if I can try to
Find
like
a toy.
throw some fleshy things at it.
So, as you continue your experiments, Valhana, you start to get the sense that just from being around this thing, as you've now kind of, let's say, maybe 5 minutes have started to pass, there is absolutely a feeling that you are starting to understand this thing more. You can feel a pinpricks of energy within your mind as you walk around this thing, and kind of like one of those orbs that you see at like the science museum and stuff with the lightning that kind of emanates from the center of it. Every once in a while, you swear you can kind of see a little bit of energy start to coalesce in the center and snake out towards the periphery and the edge. Warm, radiant energy.
Is this like those little static balls in the thing? Like if I bring my hand towards it, does it like come at my fingertips? Like
It's sort of like, yeah, it starts to hover in that
Plasma
direction.
balls.
yeah.
Like oil.
As you do that, you're starting to feel your mind
Yeah.
start to understand this device, whatever this thing is. Crix and Thad, you feel a distinct rumbling beneath your feet. Something that you have felt once before, but now it is stronger and becoming almost louder.
Uh-oh. Just for reference, where would we have felt this before?
So it was different than like that creature that it feels different than the creature you just fought.
Yeah.
You do remember that when you went into one of the towers that had this large anvil in it, you used it to destroy the crown that was holding on to the memories of one of the archmages. And in the process of destroying the crown, you started to feel this strange tremor shake the ground and the tower itself.
Huh. That's odd. Did you do anything up there, Valhalla? The ground just made an oopsie.
It seems what the way you describe it, I almost want to say like at a very surface level, it like feels like it's coming alive, like it's responding, it's alive.
Yeah.
At some
And
on
actually,
some level.
and
So
as
yeah, I'm gonna say like it feels like it's responding.
Oh,
It's alive on some level.
then perhaps we should take that short break around here with that Kayla suggestion and see what happens. We can divvy up some of the goods in preparation as well.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You were gonna say some things, guys.
Yeah. You all, as Valhana mentions that kind of feeling, you all start to notice the same thing. There's that strange kind of pinprick of energy in the back of each of your minds that's slowly getting warmer and slowly kind of becoming stronger as you stay within, as you stay around this thing.
I believe we're attuning to this thing.
Or it's attuning to us.
It doesn't feel like we're necessarily in danger from it yet, or is there any sort of sense of this?
No, it feels welcoming, and it kind of feels.
Would you say it's restorative to a greater level?
No, it is. It's just your. It's definitely not. But as you all kind of come to that conclusion that you need to attune to this thing, or need to become one with the Mythalar, that's when the vibrations get even more disruptive. And Thad, you all see this. a creature starts to, a large limb of a creature, a hand, breaks out through the ground beneath your feet.
Like directly? Like I need to get out of the way?
No,
Or
it's
okay.
over here. It's over here to the south. You watch as a strange, like leathery gray arm bursts through the ground and
No.
slams onto the kind of broken cobblestones. Another arm, this one holding like a large, strange hammer, bursts through the ground a few feet away. And then slowly you see, pulling itself out from the ground, a faceless head. Faceless and featureless. It's just like smooth. As it starts to just... And then you see something that is disturbing. In its torso, where its belly should be, is a foot-wide mouth lined with teeth.
Oh God.
Oh.
This
Do
thing
not like.
stands up, and the mouth opens up as it turns its featureless face in your direction and takes up its hammer.
Oh no, that does not seem like
I'm
it's
just
friendly.
reminded of like a
Oh.
Miyazaki creature.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh no, never mind.
call him Shark Belly.
Reminds me of the fire giant in Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring Fire Giant. Just thinking, stomach.
This
I
thing
have a
emerges.
Big
Ow,
feeling
it's
that's based off
big.
of the Chinese god.
Its limbs are elongated, its face featureless, holding a massive hammer. You all immediately get a flashback to something that you had found, actually, as you arrived in the city. So I'll just read this back because...
A little while ago.
Yeah. At the ice causeway. At the foot of the causeway, there was a giant statue lying prone and motionless, its surface gleaming with rime. So you saw this statue of this 12-foot tall creature with no face, holding onto a massive hammer as well. You now all realize that wasn't a statue. That was just a frozen... Or that was just a dead one of these things.
So whatever we're doing is canceling out, or potentially what we're doing is canceling out whatever this frozen magic was holding in place, or
Well,
just happenstance.
I think
of
this
what
is
we've
a
done.
different one, is what he's saying. That one was dead. This is the same type of thing.
Yep.
Coming from underground. Okay.
Yeah, so we're not thawing them, there's just more of them.
It's attracting it, perhaps. And this was, we felt a tremor just a minute ago. This was the same tremor, stronger, and now it's here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he's not looking too friendly.
Nope, he wields his hammer at you and immediately races to attack. So,
Oh boy. Okay.
yep.
Here we go.
Let's roll some initiative, folks.
Cora gets her wish.
Damn it! What the fuck?
I'm faster than you.
You were so anxious to fight, you forgot what you wanted to do in the fight.
I'm assuming it
Really?
hasn't been 8 hours since we've woken up. In which case...
Holder is just vibrating in anticipation that she didn't react quick enough.
28.
Hashtag single digit gang. What up?
Okay. Trix, you're up first.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I need a roll for Demoband. I'm sorry.
So I'm just jamming out over here in the corner.
I assume Demovan is close.
Responded in Discord.
Yeah, he's probably in transit. Walking.
In transit.
Alright.
Okay. Dora,
Of course, Demovan's close. He's in the room with us.
Soon.
Okay.
There's
I'm
a full-
scared.
By the way, full thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
it
this,
has goat legs.
yeah, it's creepy.
Goat legs.
Look at them nipples, though.
Their eyes.
Doggy legs.
I am going to
Vomit.
right here. 20-foot diameter sphere of fire. What?
Oh, like surrounding it?
Yep.
Great. That looks good to me.
Also not attacking damage.
Oh,
Oh, I don't have wall of fire set up to do the elemental adept thing.
right.
So I need to fix that. But for
Oh,
now,
it's
we'll
diameter,
do
not.
20-foot diameter. Yeah.
Toy little.
Okay,
You-
so
You do 19 damage then.
yep. Bro, still rolled a 1 on one of those. That fucking sucks.
Why is that? Oh, that's wrong. That's much better.
That is radius.
That's better. But literally, would just you want it to be just basically surrounding it.
Yeah, that actually looks like it's part of the token, and it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, 20-foot diameter around it. So it needs to make a dex save.
Oh, because you're cooking it inside.
I'm cooking it inside. Yep.
Okay. All right. It fails.
Takes 19 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's gotta be the worst smelling barbecue.
Crix, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. I'm on the wrong page for that.
Okay.
Well,
You watch as you throw down this wall of fire surrounding this thing as basically now you can barely even see its head. It stands fairly tall, but you watch as it's unaffected by the fire. It does not react at all.
bruh.
Oh no.
I can't do anything then. Fuck.
Okay. Demovan. Demovan, what do you want to hold an action until you can? 'Cause this thing is it lightly obscured?
It is an opaque wall.
Opaque. Okay. Okay, if you're going to be 2 seconds, I'm going to grab a beer ski.
Opaque in this context of D&D means not see-through, correct? It's not like a level of it. It just means we can't see what's happening inside very easily.
Yeah.
Imagine being a fire mage. What a fool.
All
All right, so I literally can't see this thing. Is that my understanding? Oh god, I have
yeah.
never seen
Oh
this thing.
god.
Yes, I will hold action to throw weapon until I can see it.
Until you see the whites of its eyes. Oh wait.
He
Go
has
see the whites of its
again.
The
belly
whites of his
button.
nips.
The whites of its teeth.
Do your worst,
Gingivitis of the
Mr.
gum line.
Mr. Demovan.
He just said
I
when
will hold
you-
action until I can see him.
Okay. Hirokin.
How tall's the wall?
20 foot tall. No.
Oh, I will get in front of Kalos.
Yeah, it's 20
however.
feet tall.
'Cause what the fuck is he doing out there? Don't let him get that far up by himself.
I'm a mega lane now.
He pulled off the leash backpack. There was nothing we could do.
I mean, he did take the Tavern Brawler feat.
Got a silver alert. I would just run in front here, and then I would ready an attack action since I cannot.
Good.
see
Sad,
it.
what would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to do a held action. And again, if you hold an attack action, it's all the attacks within an action, right? It's not a single shot. If it was,
Yes.
say,
Correct.
multi-shot. Yeah, so I pull out the ye old laser rifle, truth dispenser, and I line it up, wait for it to become visible,
Got
and
it.
I'll take the shots.
And it does just that. It just walks straight through this it just walks straight through the fire. You watch as the body, and he immediately turns his attention to Hirokin. You almost feel Hirokin without, even though it doesn't have eyes, and immediately just looks at your axe.
Oh,
And
don't you dare!
Swings and swings twice at you. Yeah.
So the held actions for shooting resolve after its
No, it
attack
goes now.
before.
Shoot it.
The man first.
Go ahead. I'm still working on my sheet.
Oh, okay. Truth dispenser right here. First shot is a 23.
You watch as it's raising its hammer. You just shoot it through its leathery flesh. Definitely hits.
For 13 radiant.
Very nice.
And then, second nice is 21.
Yeah. Hits again.
For 17 radiant. Holy shit.
You watch as it reacts. You see it rip a hole through its shoulder, rips a hole through its like upper like pectoral. It doesn't seem to divert its attention, however.
I'm just excited to fucking hit something with this thing. Ooh.
All right, I will throw the spear thrice then. Brap, brap, brap. I assume only the first hits, so it shouldn't be an advantage. This will be a fearful throw.
Okay.
That is that one.
Okay, so it deals 8 piercing damage. You see the spear enter it, fully pass through it, come back around, back to your hand. The second 2 throws are not at advantage, though?
No, none of those should have been an advantage.
Okay, so the second 2 barely miss as it kind of moves out of the way, swaying after taking that damage. It does take the additional 6 damage for the menacing attack, and he'll try to make his save. Fails the save, however, is not affected.
Okay.
Since it's now in range of me, I'm going to give it the bonk.
You swing at it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 damage. You're not raging just yet.
Nope.
Okay. That slices into it as well, fully dealing damage to it. Okay. It now brings its gigantic...
Oh, I wasn't being reckless with that. It would have missed then.
You were not being reckless?
Oh, no. It's going to hit me in the face.
Okay. You're right. So that is good. It will gain back that 7 HP. However, it still rains down 2 attacks with its sledgehammer on you. So
You should have
first
one more attack, though.
What's up?
You should have one more attack.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold the attack action. Okay. Well, that will do the 11 then.
Very nice. 11. Okay. Excellent. All right. Now he gets to do the hitting.
Oh boy, this is always a moment of the fight where it's like, okay, just how bad is it gonna be?
You wouldn't hit him, man. Guy with glasses, would you?
Probably not. But here we go. First attack. 25 to hit. Yes. For 24 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Or force?
Yep.
The fuck?
Okay.
Second attack. 14 to hit. We'll miss you.
I will miss.
As the first attack slams you, and you just feel your bones reverberate underneath the blow, as it deals normal damage to you on this turn, and then takes a second swing. It just goes straight over your head, as it's a little bit unbalanced from the blows that it sustained from Demovan, Chuckle, or Thad, and you. All right, that is its turn. Kalis, what are you gonna do?
This is a bad day to be a fire mage.
And a fire.
Well, wouldn't you frickin' know it? I've touched the cold and now I embrace the cold. So I am going to shoot scorching rays, but these rays are going to be transmogrified.
Ooh.
I shall invoke the power of my transmutation, and I will make them
Sick.
what's a good one? Acid. Let's
Okay.
go acid these days. No, I'm cold. I literally built up with a cold thing. Boom, 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 boom.
So cold. I literally forgot the joke I was making.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
So one of them hits. 17 hits.
Take that.
And does no
fiend.
damage.
Son of
You
a.
the cold as well.
You monster.
Oh boy.
I've deduced for us that this thing is impossible and we are all dead.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Runs up.
Oh no.
Swings twice at it. Both hit. Swings consistently at the fleshy legs of this tall, 15-foot tall creature. This damage is sustained. It doesn't seem to resist any sort of, attacking style damage.
It's like anti-mage, which makes sense.
That does make sense.
Can't resist the power of stick.
All right,
We should have embraced the bonking.
Cora, you are up.
Speaking of bonking.
Okey-dokey. Oh, can you guys hear that?
Or what?
With the fireworks?
Yeah.
No.
I was doing it like right outside my window.
Yeah, we got fireworks going off as well.
Same.
All right.
Literally sounded like a
So-
transformer exploded 3 times.
Poor Bumblebee.
Cora is giggling as she runs up and cast Hex in the meantime. With Wisdom being the
Okay.
saving throw.
Got it.
And then we're just gonna do a couple swings.
Okay, that hits. 6 slashing damage. Nice. And the 23 hits again. Another 6. Alright, he will roll 2 lovely Constitution saving throws here. First one, that was an 8. Fails. So he'll take an additional 1 off the second hit, and then a second one to save. A 16 will save.
I'm also gonna channel. Where is it? I'm gonna do one of these. Channel harm. That's a 1d8 damage.
Okay. And the hex goes off as well, right? 5.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so 5 damage, 5 hexing damage, then a channel harm.
Oh, right.
What damage type is it?
Force.
Force damage? Perfect. Okay.
And the hex goes off twice, right?
Hex does go off each time you hit, I believe.
So then 10 damage. Woohoo!
So an additional 2 from the channel harm, and then an additional 5. Very nice. Okay. You've tearing into this thing. It is now bleeding this strange black ichor-like blood onto the floor, onto the cobblestones below the spire. Valhalla, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck, I had an idea, but you said it's bleeding its ichor.
Huh? It's bleeding. It's bleeding blood from Cora.
It's bleeding blood from Cora?
Yeah, Cora's
wound.
attacks.
From Cora's blows.
From her
No,
blows.
so it's bleeding its blood.
Yes,
It's blood.
it was.
Oh, okay.
blood.
I was like, how is it bleeding blood from Cora?
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Um,
Core is the source, not the origin.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Okay,
I've
I'm
done
gonna do I'm gonna do unexpected. Oh, ooh. I'm gonna pull out the laser rifle.
That seems to be a good idea.
Scooch a little bit, just so right in between, and I'm gonna fire my laser.
Pew. That hits. For
An
14 radiant
artillery
damage.
squad back here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everybody shooting the whooping. All right, nice. 14 radiant damage. Any bonus action?
I'm gonna.
Susu,
I'm
calm
gonna.
down, buddy.
Can I healing word myself.
Yeah.
Wait,
mine.
is someone still dying?
Is that Hurricane? That's Hurricane's meow to get a heal.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, did Hirokin get like?
Well, I kind of haven't really healed since I fell out of the tower, so you know.
Okay, fine. I'll throw a healing word at Hirokin.
No, it's fine. I only fell 1,200 feet. It's fine. It's fine.
Gosh.
It took 1,300 to kill me.
Twice.
My headcanon is
it's
clearly that
tiny.
Hurricane meows like
I'm,
Susu.
I'm just gonna do it at level 1, but wait, what?
Healing.
How?
Like that.
Big rolls.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
I
your
thought
int
D4
bumped up
and
so
oh
that
yeah, my int is fucking 5 now. Damn. Okay. Well, you got 12.
Cool.
Be careful!
It's a huge
All
heal
right.
for level 1 boss, actually. Damn.
Top of the round, Crix.
Okay.
Your wall of
Well.
fire still there.
Yeah, I drove concentration on that shit. Fuck. Have we seen this thing take necrotic damage yet?
Nope.
Well, it's worth a shot, right?
What's this?
Is Hex not necrotic?
Oh, Hex is necrotic, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it it took necrotic damage.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna cast Blight at 5th level.
Cool.
What?
Is this thing part plant?
Fortunately, no, it's not part plant.
I need to make a con save, which it might be good at. This thing looks like it might be constitutional.
Is it a save or suck on this?
It's I believe it's half damage.
I think it's half damage too.
Yep.
No effect on undead or construct.
It rolls an 18. It did not roll. It rolled decently.
Yep.
And let me see.
Is it undead or construct?
Unfortunately, it is a construct, so it has no.
Oh,
effect.
it is.
I give up.
Also, not to be nitpicky, also
Bonus action, I'll fucking bite it.
I technically think that means that Color's Bleed doesn't work either.
Do I say that?
Maybe I'm just adding things.
I think
constructs don't bleed, right?
All right.
You're right.
You are correct.
Hipping. Okay, I'm sorry.
Get that
let it
1
slide.
HP back.
I should let it slide. I feel like an asshole.
Literally
No.
was.
Yeah,
All right.
1 HP.
1 HP back.
Fair enough.
If you're gonna rule lawyer, you have to play both sides.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so it is a construct. But
Bite.
you will bite it and do full damage with the bite.
What does it taste like, Mr. Crix?
I'm just picturing the fire doesn't do anything, the blight doesn't do anything, and now he's just down there at the ankle, just nyunk, and just bites
I feel-
onto the ankle.
It
of this
feels like
thing.
such a Crix response too. It's just like fuck this shit. Back to base instincts. Yeah, no, I just like, centrally bite its thigh.
Reject magic.
Wait, I'm
Embrace
playing the wrong
bite.
character.
Yeah, go back to nature, man. All right, well, yeah, you do full damage with that. Demovan, it's your turn.
All right, I will approach, pull out the trident, and give it the 3 smack. Bam, bam, bam.
All 3 hit.
Let's go.
Jesus, those are really good rolls. It is
The man
very.
channeling Kerrigan.
Jesus,
If only you were a champion,
If
Oh
only.
yeah, Jesus.
the best subclass.
All right, you batter this thing, skewering it. Where are you stabbing this thing?
Toes, lower leg, the groin chin.
Yes, the groin chin. It's Barbie doll groin or Ken doll groin. It has no extra, no dangly bits. Just this gaping maw. All right, Hirokin, it is now your turn.
Now I would like to rage.
The polite rage from the kitty.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Everybody's got
Pretty
plus
good.
1 AC.
Oh, wow.
Allies within 10 feet as well. Yeah.
Oh, my AC could go up to 11. Yes.
It goes to 11?
When you got your wizard robes on, you got nowhere else to go. All right, I'll do the shuffle here. Guys, okay. All right, now we're gonna recklessly give bonk bonk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay.
Excellent.
Yep, that was my bonus action. So there we go.
All right, cool. So 14 on the first swing, slices into it. Another 16 on the second swing. Really is giving it the beans, man. All right.
Not the beans.
Not the beans.
Not the beans.
Oh wait, did I just take that off of you? I think I did. Whoops.
It sure looks like you did, champ.
There you go. Take that back.
You put me at 69, which was nice,
Sick,
but you know.
yeah, I know.
You punch yourself in the face.
I'm not berserking that hard.
Not
Good.
yet.
No, I barely
Bad.
did the save though from last time.
Can you flurry this thing to death? It's actually starting to look damaged. There's bits and pieces of its weird gray skin are sloughing off. It's got majorly. It's just kind of like leaking its weird viscous fluids. Gross.
Yeah, nasty. Also, seeing that there's a lot of friends in the way, I don't want to risk any friendly fire, so I'm going to run past and do like a cool little slide behind Crix here.
Uh-huh.
One
Who
question.
still canonically is still biting onto his leg.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good gif of that. I couldn't find one quickly, but the staff I picked up, the bandage wrapped one, at the end of our session, I did ask if it looked like it could be used as a weapon. I believe you said it looked like it could be used as a quarterstaff.
Which one?
Bandage wrapped one that came on the.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, I don't know what it does. I don't know if it does anything special, but I'm already holding it, so I'm gonna use that one to start my attack. I'm just gonna roll with my regular quarterstaff thing. Just let me know if anything else needs to be done. So first attack.
Give me a quick moment.
Okay.
I really like that
It's
cat.
add +1 to your staff attacks with this.
All right. Well, that's a 13, so that's still
That still misses.
Still misses. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and use my second attack, which
That
is a
hits.
19 now. Nice. So 4, unless there's anything special there.
+1 to damage. So.
Okay, so 5 bludgeoning. Not much. I'll use a key point. We'll do flurry of blows. This is with punchy fists.
Yep.
A 12 and a 24. So
24 will
missing
hit.
a bunch. That will do 7 bludgeoning.
Yeah, very nice.
And I'm just, since I think we're probably taking a little bit of rest here, I'm gonna Hail Mary it. I'm gonna try to stun it with Stunning
Cool.
Strike, which is a DC 15. Is off my Constitution as monk? I can't remember. Or Wisdom.
Probably
Wisdom.
Let me just find it again. It was Wisdom, then it's DC 15.
For your monk shit?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. Then it's
so
based off its wisdom.
Plus 8 plus proficiency plus Wisdom.
Yep.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Mm,
Saves.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, my turn there.
This thing staggers back and forth, and looking around, it almost seems like it's overwhelmed with the like you can tell that its faceless head is just like shifting from each of you to the other, and you can almost feel its attention being magnetized by like the staff in your hand, Thad, the trident in your hand, Demavand, the axe in the axe in Hirokin's hand, the sword in Korra's hand. Crix, the staff on your back. Like it's just like almost the mouth begins to drool as it sees all these things. It will just roll a D5. Korra, you're the winner.
Do it.
All right, so first swing on you, Korra. When 18 to hit you.
As my reaction,
Yes.
I die.
I'm gonna use instant regret.
Ooh. Instant raggarts. All raggarts. Okay. Force them to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
You get to choose.
16.
My spell DC is lower than that.
Wow. Okay. All right. They attack.
The 18 hits.
Yes.
Yep.
Lands, dealing 29 bludgeoning damage.
Mamma mia.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna hurt me.
Ah. I don't know why this is
Pretty
a...
good roll on the damage there too.
It hurt me.
Second attack. 14 will miss. Seems to like to roll both of those. This thing is just big and massive and just kind of seems to be immune to a lot of the magical damage that maybe some mages in the area would be casting, but doesn't seem to be that scary. Kalis, what are you going to do?
Well, my magic is shit.
Because
I'm worthless, but I've got a dagger in my hand. Screw you! I produce forth a dagger I've never once wielded, and I strike so hard.
Please
You
God,
do?
crit.
What? Ow! Oh.
I run up and I shake the shit out of. Ah!
You must watch as Kalis runs up and just, yeah, and just like, yeah, just with his skinny old man arms, just trying to stab into the leg of this thing.
I just imagine he hits, but it just knocks the dagger out of his hand.
Yeah. Can't hold on to it. Wait, is your dexterity not even better than that?
No, my dex is negative.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Oh, this geriatric adventure continues. Oh.
All right. Y'all just Zero just starts to go to town on this thing. Tries to another 20 and a 10. 9 bludgeoning damage. Cora. This thing's staggering.
Finish him.
Yeah. Just gonna.
Nice. The first one hits. The second one will miss. 6 slashing damage. Cuts across it. Nearly staggers over. Rights itself, holding itself upright on its massive sledgehammer.
I'm gonna channel harm again then.
Oh, the hex goes off.
Hex.
And the hex.
Roll that hex. Roll that hex.
What is hex damage again?
1d6.
1d6.
I think so. Yep. 4.
Okay.
Oh, 12 total.
Another 6 damage. Let's go.
Great. You watch as the blade, this is an anime moment, the blade slices across its leg, serrated edge tearing into the flesh and revealing the strange construct shit beneath it. The channel harm goes off. The hex goes off. And then suddenly you hear, everybody hears this, as the entire body of this thing suddenly, rapidly turns to stone.
Oh. Interesting.
And topples over.
Whoa.
Not like bitch.
I didn't know you could do that, Cora. That's really cool.
Cora
think-
is just standing there giggling.
Guys, I think I'm the one that killed it.
I saw that.
Oh,
You
so
put in a
can't
lot
see-
of strength.
You can't see Cora because you're on the other side. So if what you saw was a stab, a moment, and it turns to stone and falls over.
I'm a hero. I did it.
I'll give you a little tap on the shoulder. Not too hard, so knock you over. Good job, buddy.
Oh, goody. I feel like I finally contributed something.
Yeah, as you look at this thing, you now realize it looks almost exactly like, in its fallen state, looks exactly like the Rime and ice-covered statue that you saw at the causeway entrance.
As a player, probably because Thad would have no fucking way of figuring this out, but these must be anti-mage protectors that the mages had built at some point that are still active.
If anybody wants to, after fighting this, if anybody wants to roll a history check, you're more than welcome to.
Not our
I will. I'm credit.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Brain on Thad.
Crix and Thad, you, with the history check, you learn a bit more about this thing. The Tomb Tappers were a legend, and you've only ever heard of them as, like, the Faceless. And they were created by the Netherese, 15 to 21 feet tall, and were imbued with a lust for magic and inherited memory. It was composed of recollections from the souls sacrificed in their creation.
Oh, there's some Final Fantasy shit going on.
and an insane hatred for non-human spellcasting creatures. Tomb trappers dig through earth and rock with their claws and use their metal sledgehammers to shatter rock when needed. They absorb water through their skin and crush rock with their jaws to extract mineral sustenance. They can also digest iron from blood and marrow if mineral-rich rock is unavailable. The Netherese sent the Tomb Tappers into the Underdark to exterminate their enemies, most notably the magic-devouring, funnel-shaped creatures known as Ferim. Other creatures targeted by the Thod included Mind Flayers, Duro, Drow, Duergar, and Tomb Tappers communicate with another by means of by a strange humming sound created by skin vibrations.
Ew.
Solid band name.
So, interestingly, you've seen the thing that they were sent into the Underdark to destroy. You actually saw one of these within Yithrin so far.
Yeah, you're talking about the spell eater thingy?
Yep, in the museum.
Yeah, okay.
The arch nemesis of magic wielders, of spellcasters. These things were basically it was the fucking mongoose. The mongoose to snake solution.
Gotcha. And the fact that the city is crashed close to the Underdark because we're deeper down then means it could have either been from well, it could have been in the city proper or it came up through after the city crashed. So interesting.
Whatever this thing is that you are all slowly becoming attuned to, activating it through your minds becoming one with it, was more than enough to drag this thing to the surface. As it.
Oh, and that's why you said we felt the quaking when we destroyed that other object. That was something else, the crown.
Yep.
So that was enough to get attention of one of these things as well. Maybe the same one.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Possibly.
Okay.
That one, was actually more so not the crown itself, but the anvil.
Oh, because that's a magical item being used of some sort of very powerful
powerful magical item.
Okay.
The ability for it to be able to decimate and destroy other magical items is
that seems pretty
big. So we'll take a break here as the statue of the Tomb Tapper now just lies lifeless on the floor, and all of your minds are slowly becoming more and more infused with the oneness of the Mythalar. As we'll come back after you finish your short rest. So everybody.
Okay, good. I was gonna ask if that's gonna be what we were doing during our break. Okay.
Exactly, and we'll come back in the short rest. Everybody, go get some snacks, get some drinks. 5 to 10 minutes, we'll be back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Nobody go anywhere. After this quick break.
I'll be the one. Let's stay together. I'll be the one. Let's stay together. I'll be the one. Let's stay together. I'll
All right. No, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
No, no.
No, 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 no. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if it's worse without, like,
The end
the
part?
satisfaction of the conclusion
Yeah.
or knowing the conclusion.
See, I think the thing is, I think the thing is like without the conclusion, it just sounds like some really weird porn.
What?
What
What
are
are
you
you
doing, step bro?
That too, yeah.
Are you watching porn by yourself?
Nom with my boys.
The fact that all y'all said that together.
We know what's up because we're with the boys. Oh,
The crescendo on that clip is just fantastic.
Okay. I have a follow-up question.
What up?
To my previous question. Do you think it makes more sense to divide spellcasting focuses into light and heavy, like I do with the rest of the weapons, or into divine, arcane, and nature?
Nope.
I don't know. If you're gonna go to heavy, it would just be two-handed, one-handed, like
Yeah.
staves versus.
So the two-handed, one-handed isn't necessarily that. Like I have a long sword as a heavy.
Okay, but I'm saying is for the focus, it would make sense for that.
Yeah.
To me. You can have the
gonna
little
grab some
incense
ice cream.
thingy, or you know.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh yeah, we just did an ice cream run yesterday.
Okay.
I know it's
We got
mostly for
this,
DM,
this
but
odd watermelon sherbet with chocolate chips.
ooh.
Whoa.
Apparently,
I
it's
can't
good.
knock it
I
before I
haven't
try
tried
it,
yet.
but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
that
tried it
sounds
yet.
weird.
But
Yeah,
As we're
coffee.
waiting for Porkins to get back, we'll do some quick housekeeping stuff. So
Okay.
during this short rest, you will all be attuned to this object. However, it doesn't count towards your
attunement limit.
yeah.
Okay.
It has us equipped and not the other way around.
Kind of does.
Oh, okay. So
was-
this is interesting.
Was I attuning to the rod, or did that get kind of jacked up?
No, that's what I'm going to. So that's the housekeeping part.
Yeah.
So Bad is now attuned to this item.
That item.
I just call it the mummy stick, so I hope that's what it's called.
Yeah. This.
Let me look. Okay.
I would also.
Oh, good.
suggest-
Cleric. I can use it.
Exactly. So it is a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It is a magical weapon. It has 10 charges. If for recharging, you roll a d20. No, if you expend the last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, the staff blows up.
Okay.
While holding the staff, you can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast either Blight, 4 charges, Ray of Enfeeblement, 2 charges. Alternatively, you can expend 3 or more of the staff's charge to cast the Bestow Curse spell from it, using your spell save DC. For 3 charges, you can cast a 3rd level version of the spell.
Ooh.
You can increase the spell slot by 1 for each additional charge you expend up to 7th level.
Which I think is permanent with the Spoke Curse. Or maybe it was 8th level, but yeah.
Rotting Touch. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with the staff, you can expend 1 charge and deal an extra 3d6 necrotic damage to the target.
Ooh.
Until it finishes a long rest, that target's hit point maximum is reduced by the amount of necrotic damage dealt by this property. The target hits, if its maximum is reduced to 0, body turns to dust and it dies.
Hell yeah.
Yo, this is really good for Thad. At least some utility plus the ability just to do essentially free 3d6 necrotic that does cool shit.
Cool. So,
Yeah. Sick.
so make sure you're not over attuned now.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'll have to make sure.
All right, Mr. Kalis, you are now attuned to Iriel Arthas's Staff of Power.
I cast mass powered kill on everybody.
It does not have that.
Shit.
I thought Scuzz just went quiet because it's like, okay, game over.
All right, everyone, go home. Make some character sheets. Let's do some Beyond Witchlight.
I'm speeding this campaign up.
Speed running it. All right, I need to put this in your.
Loki has joined me for ice cream.
Very good.
Apparently,
cream?
ice cream is Loki's cheese.
Don't let Thor pee in it.
Ew.
What the fuck was that about?
What, Thor peeing?
The ice cream?
Thor just like waking him up like the piss.
Oh, he just does that sometimes.
Oh, all right. Neat.
Right, so
Oh,
this is
really?
that's what it looks
Okay.
like, by the way.
And it sucks.
Sexy.
That's the Lord stuff you want.
Well, dude's just been in Japan too long and can only equate cats to anime cats now.
Okay,
No,
so you have a staff of power.
He's just a he's a needy boy.
Is. Man, there's a lot of magic items that y'all have.
Yeah, we've been getting some.
You have so you have a helmet telepathy on. Bad, I know that.
Amulet of Health as well.
Yes, and I do believe bracers of defense. I don't know if they're attunement or not.
They are.
So I'd have to give up something. I think it's time I give up Slugward.
Ooh.
It feels wrong, but going into what we're about to do, I don't know how useful it's going to be.
You could read Oral's thoughts.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. I mean, having suggestion once per day is good, but I don't know if it's good enough to. I'll think about it. But I have to get rid of one of those three.
Okay. Kalis, how are you looking? Do you need to drop anything?
Nope, I only had the Staff of Frost, and now I've got a Staff of Power. So.
Dang, dude, dual wielding staffs.
Dude, I'm straight up Gandalf up in this bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Mode.
has this, but there is also somebody currently has a Ring of the Ram. I don't know who has that.
Don't think it's me.
I feel like it's
I did not have
Valhalla.
it.
I definitely do not have it in my inventory.
I'm looking.
Ring of the Ram.
Loki's just. Oh yeah, I have it.
Okay, you should use that more often.
What is it?
You can use one of its charges. It has 3 charges. You can use one of its charges to make an attack against a creature you can see within 60 feet of you. It makes an attack roll with a +7 bonus. For each charge you spend, it deals 2d10 force damage.
Holy shit!
And is that an attunement thing or?
You would have to attune to it.
The staff gives me +2 AC. Woo!
Oh
Look at
shit!
that.
What have I already attuned to? Or do I?
I don't know.
I was
do I
looking
have
through my
shit
stuff.
that I've attuned to.
You have. I'm pretty sure you have a.
What is
Somebody
this
has a
small one?
Pewafi, which is the cloak that is
Oh, it's the dark elf.
I don't
cloak.
have that.
yes, the dark elf cloak.
Yeah, I have something called Spider Cloak in my inventory.
That's what that is. Yes.
Okay. So I am attuned to that. So I have, with the hood up, wisdom perception checks at disadvantage, but advantage on stealth checks.
No, wisdom checks made to see you have disadvantage.
Oh. Ooh. Never
Ooh.
mind.
Super sneaky.
Gotcha. Requires an action. Exposed to
Okay.
sunlight for 1 hour without interruption. Well, we've been down here where there's no sunlight.
You haven't.
anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't lose its magic at all. You've
Yeah,
never.
yeah. So I have that. I don't think I need to be attuned to the Wand of Web.
It does require attunement if you want to use
Oh,
it.
it does. Okay, so I've got. I think that's my 3 then.
Wand of Web, that, and the Staff of the
The
Elements.
Staff of the Four Seasons. Yeah.
4 seasons. Yeah.
Oh,
I
speaking of
think-
wands,
Does Wand of Magic Missiles require attunement, or is that on whenever use?
Wand of Magic Missiles, indeed. No, it's a on use.
Okay. I feel like as part of this, we're going to sit down and kind of trade things around. Is kind of get a sense of here. So I'm gonna, once we go through everyone's all the stuff you want to go through, Scuzz, I'm gonna start throwing things in the pot. And
so here's the big thing. At the end of the thing, at the end of this short rest, after defeating the Tomb Tapper, you are now all attuned to the Yithrin Mythalar. I will show this to you, but so all creatures, let's see, all creatures attuned to the Yithrin Mythalar can sense when the device is being used. So, interesting thing, a creature attuned to the device can use any of its properties, but only if all the other creatures attuned to the device agree to allow it.
Oh.
So, as an interesting kind of side note about this, if you had like done the right of the arcane octad and gone through the force field and just headed straight here and been like, oh, let's try to attune to the Mythalar, you would have immediately been bogarted and blocked because Eriolarthis was still attuned to the Mythalar.
That was the key.
So, what you can do. While you're on the same plane of existence as the Yithrin Mythalar, you can use an action to cause it to fly in any direction you choose at a speed of 30 feet. All matter within 500 feet of the device moves with it.
Oh, so this is how you fly. This is how you fly the city. Yes. So
just hijack the city.
Yes.
The Yithrin Mythalar and all structures held aloft by it hover in place while not in motion. As an action, you can cause one magic item you are holding within 30 feet of the Yithrin Mythalar to immediately regain all its expended charges or uses. A magic item recharged in this matter can't be recharged by the Mythalar again until after the item regains expended charges or uses on its own.
Okay, so that's how you can't just permanently.
Once per day.
Yeah.
You can use the Yithrin Mythalar to cast the Control Weather spell without requiring any components and without the need for you to be outdoors. This casting of the spell has a 50-mile radius. For the duration of the spell's casting, you must be within 30 feet of the Yithrin Mythalar or the spell fades. And now you will know this part too. Touching the Mythalar. Any creature that touches the globe of the Mythalar must make a DC 22 Constitution saving throw, or take 20d10 plus 70 radiant damage on a failed save.
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
Big numbies.
Wait, that could have straight killed Cora.
You said 20d10 plus 70, you said?
That would have
70.
straight killed.
On average, that's 180 damage.
Yeah, on average.
Like, that definitely would have straight killed me and Kalis.
Oh, yes.
At the HP I was at, I would have been 1 over not dying on average.
Yeah, like Hirokin would die.
Okay, legitimately, that would knock out anybody except for, like, the healthiest of us. Because that would do, at minimum, is 90 damage.
Well, I'm not even talking about knocking
Which would
out.
be
I'm talking
astronomical.
about killing.
Outright killing, it's gonna do most of the time.
So we're agreed not to touch the thing now.
So, here's another fun
It
fun
is like the
fact.
surface of the sun. Holy fuck.
Any
I
other...
think Val, like, knowing that piece of it, just kind of, like, sits down, like, kind of, like, exasperated, like, knowing that Cora was about to touch it.
Any object that touches the globe other than an artifact, so something designated as an artifact, or the Mythalar's cradle, which it's currently in, is disintegrated instantly.
Well, let's go with disposing of evidence.
Wait, but
Holy shit.
what? So what? Oh, because Mage Hand isn't an object.
The rock that got thrown in there earlier then would have been just.
Yeah, it would have been disintegrated.
She
You're
just
right.
headbutted my
Yeah.
hand.
Deleted.
Loki.
All right.
And
So-
Loki can't press the mute button.
Hey, I'd
because
like to
Loki's
say-
headbutting my hand.
I'd like to
Is
say
this
we
in the
can see
handouts
how
then?
much I've grown as a player, considering
That
I
you
did
weren't the
not
one
touch
sticking your
the
head
orb.
into this?
Yeah.
It's not
Really
too late.
Frying yourself.
That's true.
For all
I
we
think
know,
it's
though,
forced- Wait, we have okay. There's so many things have all changed. Holy fuck! Strategy planning things. This changes everything, which is cliche as fuck, but you know, it's true.
The first time you said it, things have all changed. I was like, this changes everything. And then you went and said it.
Well,
I think we get this thing up and flying and then rest for the night.
So there are
You
some
get flying under
caveats
a lot of
here.
ice.
Yeah,
gotta
there
figure
are some
this out,
caveats
yes.
here. You now know that you can use this thing to pilot the city. However, you are beneath tons and tons of ice. You are encased in a glacier.
perhaps it's time to locally make it a very hot sun.
Yes, make it.
Well, to be fair,
Summer.
it still wouldn't melt the glacier in time, but it could help us.
Excuse
Breakthrough.
you. Sorry.
And also, just if in the fight with Arl, that's got to be very good to be under bright sun.
I'll have to put my cloak away.
Well, it controls the weather, right? So it's not that it becomes. It's not like it becomes a sun. It's just that the weather around you, localized, will be. You could have it be a hot summer day.
But that would be hot summer for this latitude. We can't make it.
We can make it as hot as we want. It's like it can
But
be
at
any
night-
weather for any region.
But at night, it's night. We're not pulling the sun out. It
Right.
would just be a hot
Yeah,
summer's night to that point.
Make it extra humid.
Ooh, no.
If this is a big thing and if it touches an object, it more or less disintegrates. Can't we just stop it, Loki?
What we do
Fuck.
is we hide on the other side of it and we put a tripwire up so that when Oral comes in, she trips into it.
There is a
Can't we just
I
say
didn't hear
like
from that,
make
my
it
bad.
float and move it up and it's just gonna like destroy the rocks on the way up?
well, it's
If it
attached to the.
touches it-
It's attached to the city, and it's everything within 500 feet, so we'd be crushing the whole city around us,
Oh.
which might be
Yeah.
fun, but
I don't think it's practical itself to use as a weapon, but if we ever get into some sort of showdown around it, then it could be used as a piece of terrain and such a thing.
Ring around the giant orb.
So there is some and also there is a little bit of nuance to the control weather spell. It's not just you do cast control weather and you're like sunny. It actually does have a bit of a thing, which is so it lasts for 8 hours. The spell lasts for 8 hours. Takes 10 minutes to cast. When you cast the spell, you change the current weather conditions, which are basically what they are currently. You can change precipitation, temperature, and wind. It takes anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes for the new condition to take effect. Once they do, you can change the conditions again. When the spell ends, the weather gradually returns to normal. So, but here's the thing.
I see.
When you change the weather conditions, you have there is basically a table. So that is, and you go up. You go up to like a new condition. So right now it's currently rain, hail, or snow. If you wanted to get it to be clear, that's that goes through overcast, light clouds, clear. So you need to it's not immediate.
it would take 40 minutes to do it.
Yeah, and then also on the temperature here, we're probably at Arctic cold right now.
Yes, absolutely.
So if we want to go to bearable hot, that's 6 transitions, which is 4 hours minimum.
However, you are able to cast this spell unlimited amounts of times for, until whenever.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if we just try to crash this bad boy through the glacier top. We don't have any sense for how deep we are. I think we've.
You don't really have any sense for how deep you are. You also don't know how, if you look on this map at the east side of the city,
it's buried.
It's encased in a wall of ice right now.
Lizard, cast fireball.
Multiple times, yeah.
Okay. So, it takes 40 minutes per tick up.
Right, as I say, it would take
to 40 minutes.
It would take up to 4 hours to get the temperature. But we
Well,
also got to consider the ecological ramifications of doing such things.
No, we don't. We
Two
really
seconds
don't.
ago, not 2 seconds, an hour ago in game time, Thad was contemplating releasing a Tarask.
Yeah.
Think of
Oh,
the
don't get me
ecological.
wrong.
I'm gonna 10 towns and get the Environmental Protection Agency to take a study on here for
That's-
longitudinal impact.
That's
Yeah,
still on
just-
board for any of this. I'm just
Okay.
Just release the Tarask, then fly the Mythalar, and easy.
Well, we could launch the. Oh no, let's not do that.
I would say at this time, as you all are sitting around contemplating, now doing, you all are fucking galaxy brained attuned to this, to the Ythryn Mythalar. The council of the wise 7 of you. Unfortunately, I'd say Zero is not attuned to it. Or would he? Yeah, he would be. He is the 8th. Your doppelganger
That
friend
actually-
is the 8th.
Yeah, which makes you a little bit nervous because it takes complete
Does.
consensus. So someone we don't know fully could use this as some sort of blackmail or negotiation tool to get something that they want.
Yeah,
Beyond.
hostile takeover situation.
Which
Yeah,
means
but then
that
just
there's-
make 0-0.
Well, right. There's less than ethical ways around this problem. However, it'd probably be better not to be in that in the first place. But
Last I
I
checked,
feel like
my
it's pretty
staff doesn't
ethical to
have
remove the
ethics.
guy holding the nuclear weapon hostage.
I guess.
Well, when it comes to it, it'll come to it. However, at this
Yeah.
point, you do hear the heavy stomping sound approaching. As you see Kingsport and the tribesmen kind of running to you in a panic as you see your strange robotic friend stomping in your direction.
Oh, Valhalla, that's you. Go,
Can
go.
we
make him
kick up
stop.
0 and add Noggin?
Hi, Noggin.
Kingsport and the tribesmen, they're like skid to a stop and they're like, you know this thing? It was chasing us. And
It was just following you. Do I sense any like ill will?
No,
towards
it was
Noggin, or
not-
is
it was
just
not-
like.
yeah, if anything, it was just trying to it was curious.
Okay, so it was following.
Like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, Lenny.
Smoosh the bit, smoosh the penguin. Noggin comes to a stop. Its joints creaking, steam issuing from it.
I'm gonna go give it a hug.
You run up and give it a hug on its leg as its head cranes down and looks at you. You nearly slip off its leg as you encounter something strange, like slick liquid, and you look down and he's covered in blood.
Oh, jeez. You done good.
Noggin, you're bleeding. He can't bleed, right?
He's a construct.
On closer
Yeah, if
inspection, you
fill him
see
with
that
someone
there
else's
are
blood.
you see that there are bits and pieces of cold weather clothing, and you see embedded in one of the kind of panels or joints in its leg one of the black ice necklaces that the cultists were all wearing.
Thor and Loki are going batshit. Anyway, so yeah, he's not bleeding. Right?
No, as far as you can tell,
You
he
just
has
kinda
the blood.
crushed
He has the
someone.
blood of others on him.
Okay, so he just crushed someone. I'm gonna stick with Al being super smart but very not wise. Like Noggin, you're bleeding. Are you okay?
There's a blink of like a type of thing. He seems fine, but he looks down with you with curiosity, and the head cranes out and cocks its head and looks at the rest of the party as well. Lets out a strange kind of grinding noise.
Do we establish that I can kind of gather things that it's attempting to communicate? Not like I know that means like, hey guys, let's go have some cake, or like, I mean like.
You get a sense that he's your innate artificer properties. You get the sense that he's more or less communicating task complete, what new task awaits.
What happens when you get close to that? And I point at the Mythalar and
Starts to approach it.
don't touch it though, Noggin.
He stops as he was stretching out his arms to kind of grab it.
Just be close to it.
He starts to vibrate. Like, you can see like bits and pieces of like the paneling on his metallic body start to like start to kind of freak out.
Okay, if he's stuck near it long enough, would he be able to attune to it?
Looks like he might be disintegrating.
Yeah, it's kind of pulling at him, like pulling him apart.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Move away from it.
Backs up a few steps until his panels on his body stop vibrating.
until you feel better. Sorry, I just wanted to see if you'd be able to help us out with that.
He makes the same noise again. The
Perhaps
well,
we could send Noggin to go
can
destroy
you
the
break
bridge.
through the glacier?
There's a bit
to go break through what, Destroy?
The bridge.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at the picture, that's the least of our concern. Our best bet there would be just try to activate and see what happens.
Yeah, how high is this cavern?
There is a description of that. Yes. The
At least
cavern
1,200 feet
itself
tall.
is at least 1,200 feet tall. Yeah, right. Let's see. Doesn't really say. It's just a mass. It says it's a massive cavern, and I mean, yes, it's at least. If the top of the spire is 1,200 feet tall, it's at least maybe like 2,000.
Yeah, it looks like it might be even higher than that. Like, it looks like it's maybe 2,500. Either way, I think we could get this thing off the ground. Maybe not through the glacier, but at least up.
We can try. I think that's the one thing is we don't know how stuck it is until we, try to put it into gear and see what happens. So that's one thing we can attempt. But
Another question, and this is more of a dumb question because I may not be fully understanding the Mythalar piece of it. This, God, the Transformers blowing up. So that the Mythalar can basically anything within a 50-mile radius will travel with it if we move it. Correct?
500-foot radius.
Oh, 500-foot
50
radius.
50 miles radius is for the weather control.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So 500-foot radius. It's
That's the size of
attached
it.
to this space, or it's
That's
just
my
currently
understanding.
stuck in this space. Like, can it be removed from the floor where it is?
Yeah.
And then like moved.
Yeah, but as you've already said, there's a roof of solid ice above, so it can't go too far.
I think, Derp, you're asking if we could remove the Mythalar from the city.
Nope.
If we can remove the Mythalar, from like its.
Nope.
I don't. That part I don't think is beyond us.
Nope.
No, that is
Not at all.
definitely-
This thing is
Okay.
by your I think it's beyond you. By the means that you have to operate this thing, you already know that any physical interaction with it will very much harm you.
Well, I mean destroying the floor underneath it. Is what I'm.
No, it would just
Would that do anything?
no.
All right, we healed the barbarian. He rages, and we heal him every single round as he takes the 200 damage or whatever.
I think, Derp, you're also getting at kind of a ship of Theseus sort of a thing here, where you can try to break down the essence of what is the connection to the city by replacing certain aspects to it, but in the context of a D&D game, the city itself is an entity that's attached to this.
Correct.
So
But also
we can't really
the
play the philosophical
description-
game on that.
And
Yeah.
also the description is, it doesn't say anything about stuff that is in contact with it. It just says all matter within 500 feet of the device moves with it.
Which we could also say is the ice attached to it.
Yeah.
So
Very
we don't
good
know.
point.
Maybe it'll just sever the ice within 500 feet and it'll just move. That's one thing we got to try it out. But before we try it out, we'll just get all our other eggs in a line, sheep in a basket. I don't know.
Well,
Those things.
like I've got Noggin here.
I just don't think Noggin's going to be able to make a meaningful dent on any physical things to prep the city, but he's going to be very useful for whatever we need him for in the future. So I think it's useful.
But he's literally just walked through walls before.
He did significant damage to the so this spire where the cult was hiding is now fully toppled.
Oh,
he did that.
That's what I'm like. He literally like walked through walls.
Yeah.
Like
No,
literally,
no,
like
let's
sent
send
him on
him
something,
just
and it's like march.
yeah.
March.
You could just tell him to
wall
walk
away,
a circle
march.
around the city and just bust through the ice as best he can.
Yep, I would
That's
say
why I was
let's
like,
have
could he
him.
just destroy the ice?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking.
Let's have
Either
him.
destroy the ground underneath this thing, or walk around and try to destroy the ice.
Yeah.
And that,
That's-
well,
I
he's
just-
doing
That's why.
that because
That's
we've
why I was
got
asking.
we've got up to 4 hours for him to work on that while we change the weather.
I would also posit we don't start the weather change just yet. If we start doing that, Aurel's going to know it, and she's not here yet. It might be something better to start surprising her when her army, which will be hard to move, is already close in. But this is
I
something to
think
consider
it's
after.
The opposite. It would slow down her army
Okay,
from
I'm
progressing.
gonna tell Noggin. Noggin, go find the biggest piece of ice holding this thing down, and start. Can you? I'm gonna ask Noggin. I'm not going to command him because I am not his owner. I am his friend. So, Noggin, could you help us out and find the biggest piece of ice out there and start just hammering away at it and just walk around the city until you destroy as much of the surrounding like glacier as possible?
There's a nod of acknowledgement and a brrrr.
Love you.
Noggin about faces and walks towards the edge of the city that is encased in ice.
Okay.
Perhaps
All
we
right.
should start.
Now continue your discussion.
Right. Also, I should probably do this in character because, all that, as long as my voice allows for it. Well, I think the first things first. Figure out a few plans. See if we can move this thing in the first place. If we can't, then that whole thing's moot in regardless. Well, we still have some item divvying up to do. We can do that whenever. I do not know if we should change the weather right away, and I understand your point that it will slow her army down, but it also gives her army times to adapt to it and reformulate their strategy. If we start this transition, say, when they are within 4 hours travel time of us, then they will be caught at least within the transition to hotter temperatures before they can make a decision, or Aurel can tell them to do something else.
I think that the likelihood that her forces will be weakened the longer they're exposed to the heat is more likely.
But they won't even enter that in the first place. We're trying to destroy her, are we not?
We are, but
we also
forces-
have a way to.
Question: how will we know when she's 4 hours away?
I was just about to address that fact. I have already found a place where I can remote view. I can go back to that place and go and find it. Now we are all connected through this Mythalar. If I see them being approximately 4 hours away and start to move something in this place, you will all know we are all connected. That's an easy way for me to communicate that fact to you guys as well. So I can set myself up and be ready to observe and put action into place that is most beneficial to us all once we've determined it.
I'm actually going to say that wouldn't be the worst idea if that, and while you're there, you want to fix my axe.
I think I will need to take a nap before I can do that, but yes.
And you do know that the as of the arrival of Kingsport and the tribesmen, Aurel's forces are roughly a day away from the cave entrance.
I forgot about them. I'm gonna turn to Kingsport and be like, "Thanks for bringing Noggin back."
They got chased here, but
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm just like, "Oh, thanks."
well, they actually did because they ran to us, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
It seems to me, and my brain's starting to hurt with all this thinking. There's 3 things we need to do before anything else. 1, see if we can move this city at all. 2, prepare ourselves resource-wise as best we can. 3, take a nap. Once we're done with that nap and everyone's ready for what is to come in the following day, we still will have some time to put any plans into action, given what Kingsport has told us on their distance away.
So my proposition then is I do believe we start with the weather, and then we sleep, and then we lift this thing off first thing tomorrow.
Whereas I'm on the opposite point of view, which is we try to move this to see if we can in the first place, and hold the weather change to be more of a surprise. However, I am only one of 8 of us attached to this thing, so I will make my case and we can vote on the course of action. I do agree, or I do think, before anything else, we should at least try to move it right now. If we can't, we have to work on the ice. You've already got Noggin on that duty, but it's something we can at least try in the short term.
With how much ice it'll be moving, if we start to move it, would it not be noticeable?
If we try to move it 30 feet
I know
to
it's
the
in
left,
case,
yeah.
but I mean, that's a lot of movement, even from the outside, even from that far away, something might seem off.
Plus, it might collapse the cave on top of us.
Also plausible.
That is a good point.
Which is going to be a risk no matter what we do.
At least if it's melting, it's dripping water on us.
Okay, it will take literally decades to melt a glacier like this to the point where it matters.
Not
Like,
in
we're
fantasy.
Yeah, true.
Oh, come on. The thermal mass of this is...
We're
there's
not
no
gonna...
way.
Nope.
It won't be done in a day, but it won't be done in...
Yeah.
Chuckles, I literally
there's
just
no
sent
way.
a construct off to go punch through the glacier.
We also had a cat fall half a mile, nearly.
See, I can
I can
As soon as we
understand
get
both
into
of those
thermodynamics.
Can't have that. Off my heat transfer, all right?
In the distance, you hear...
Not going into his specialty, guy.
In the distance, you hear the telltale sound of ice crunching as Noggin is already getting to work with decimating some of the ice in the parameter.
I will say, if we actually do think that fantasy weather changes can actually rapidly change the function of this ice, I'm okay to try that. But you have to understand where I'm coming from, which this makes no sense to me. So
it also and the other thing too is
happen in a day.
It's
not gonna be
Okay,
decades.
think movie level things, like when there's like the mass heat wave. That happens all the time.
You're not gonna. No, I would agree that it's not gonna be rapid enough that this thing is going to. You're going to lift this thing out of being buried in probably a quite literal tons and tons of ice.
Which is why I think the weather change is more useful as something to counter her. What was the not the White Walkers? What were they called? And
Ice golems.
Well, ice golems, the undead frost giants, which I believe were. Then we use this daylight
Like
spell.
the walking whites or something.
Yeah. Those things we know would be susceptible to both sunlight and heat. So it'd be better. I'd rather trap them because we can transition it from what it is now to sun very quickly. And the sun's probably the more important part when it comes to weakening her army or trapping them.
But the thing is if they're already in here.
That's a good point, Gustroy.
If they're already in where?
In the cave system.
I'm not talking about waiting for. No, I'm not talking about waiting for them to get into the cave. I'm talking wait until they're a 4-hour march from the cave's entrance.
Yeah, but then once they get in, the cave will still be cool.
Yeah,
but that's why I have to make sure that we can.
The sunlight thing that we're talking about. I think that the longer they are exposed to the.
Are we also assuming
weather,
that we're going to be breaking out of this place anyways?
Why don't we start the weather and then go stand at the cave entrance?
Now that one I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm not quite sure what our plan is. What is our end goal?
Our end goal is to weaken her army to the point that we're not fighting her whole fucking army.
So why would we start with weather transfer where they can still get away from it?
Because then they.
Why
are
would they get?
coming
I guess
after us?
Why would you think they want to get away from it?
Yeah, Oral's sending them to their death either way.
Yeah, I don't assume that they have a survival instinct.
No.
Well, Oral's the one commanding them, and she would.
But Oral wants to stop.
What is her? Okay.
weather, so.
Okay. Let's take a quick step back. Why is Oral coming for you all?
Because we can
we're
take
trying.
away her weather toy.
It's not her weather toy.
Well, I mean,
because we can affect
her
the
weather
weather.
setting.
Yep. Correct.
She's coming after us because we can have an effect on the weather that she has so carefully crafted up here.
Right.
And if
She's
she
going to
runs
come
now,
for
she
us.
never gets to come back.
Exactly.
I think
If we weaken her army starting now, it will be far weaker by the time it gets to us. Just based off of how we know the White Walkers work.
and other
ice
things
golems,
and
for
other
that
things
matter.
too. I mean, I get what Chuckles is.
I just see her moving back to her island and finding a way to get around that.
Well,
But
then,
okay, but then
maybe I'm
we
over
just
time,
move this city over her island.
Yeah, we just move
Yeah,
that.
exactly. We just find her then.
She's on a
assuming
clock.
that-
She's on a clock now.
She's on a clock, we're not.
Okay, sure. I am very suspicious of her ability to figure someone else around this, but maybe I'm overthinking this.
There is a reason why she sealed this city away.
Mhm.
Like you had to
Because-
you had to break into her island to get like a spell book from her basement in order to open the entrance to the caves to even arrive here. Like she's put this thing like behind lock and key. You have the key to get in here. You've like taken everything that is needed to enter this place and opened it up. Her only option is to kill you all.
I guess. Sorry, I'm overthinking fantasy tropes. Sure. Let's fire it up then.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense, but then again, neither is melting the glacier, neither is any of this, so that's fine.
Alrighty. So, is there a quorum? Is there an agreement to start the process?
Weather?
Needs all 8.
Aye.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 0 agrees.
You're in on it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, the odd one out.
0 agrees.
Yeah, I mean, if he did, we could just push him into the sun and then.
Oh my god, that would be the most holy
Sacrifice
fuck.
them to the Mythalar.
Well,
so
and,
we only have
and I
7.
already can tell if it was getting in the way of this, I would immediately know Kolra would just like do just like no look, just be like whoop and just shove. And
Hey,
just
I
shove
did say we
it.
would make
That's probably
0,
also how
0.
it was used in the past too. Like, we have one non-consenter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Someone's going in the sun box.
Oh, now we do not have any more dissenters. Everything
We have to stay
is
within
good.
30 feet to do
Yeah.
this weather thing?
Actually, this is like going into like, anime like mind games territory here, but do we know if who it is if someone doesn't agree?
Yeah. No. Sorry, you wouldn't.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
Whodunit.
yes, you. It takes.
I'll play Among Us and throw people into the sun one by one.
So the way that this works is that you just need to be within 30 feet of the Mythalar for 10 minutes, which is the duration of the spell's casting. However, it is a long concentration. But for the sake of this, I'm going to say that the Mythalar is what is concentrating on it. Because
So we take turns, or just one of us has to do 10-minute casts to keep
no, you
it,
all agree
all
on it,
have to
and
do
it's
it,
just a
yeah.
10-minute cast to activate the spell, and then you set the you agree to set, let's say, set the weather control to what you want it to what you want it to arrive at, and the Mythalar does its thing.
Okay, so you set the oven and it ramps up.
Yep. You all
Okay.
agree?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, you are at a quorum. You all stand around the Mythalar and for 10 minutes concentrate on the spell. You watch as this orb glows brighter and brighter and brighter during this duration, and eventually, as the spell completes, there is a blast of warmth as the orb glows brighter than you have ever seen it before. It's like you haven't felt this type of warmth. It is like you're standing out in the summer sun on a beach, beautiful heat. Something that you haven't felt for months at this point, traveling in the cold, frigid north. And immediately, you already can feel the temperatures start to rise. Slowly, like, feel it. And then immediately, I guess, like, Thad or somebody, there is just, like, you can hear the sound of it, and then you just get a drop of water on your head. Bleep.
All right, who's crying?
I mean,
Arl.
There's another crash. There's another crash in the distance as Noggin knocks over. You almost like you actually see it as one of the giant pillars of ice that reaches toward the ceiling suddenly just collapses. He is doing a good job. He is getting rid of a lot of the ice on the eastern side that is containing the city, or at least locking it in place. With Oral on her way, and now the sun rising out of the clouds, peeking through we pan to outside and you can see the clouds where all the Regid tribesmen are bunkered in. A lot of them actually battered and injured from what looks to be some previous combat, probably with Avarice and her forces as they arrived. You see them at the entrance of the cavern, the entrance of the caves. You see Poot and your two bears and the wargs out there as well with them. And suddenly the sky, the gray clouds, the ever-present gray clouds, start to slowly part as a gray-blue sky peeks through, and just the slightest hint of sun. And in the distance, you can see the strange owl-like creature of Oral trudging along with her army, with her small force of undead, icy elementals. Her face looks up to the break in the clouds. She lets out an angry scream and points in the direction of the glacier as the army trudges onward, now moving with purpose. So, that's where we end.
It's like the 2 days of summer Great Britain gets every year.
Although
one
resting.
That was going to be the follow-up. I don't think we're right there yet, but I did want to just, because it's tedious and it'd be good to get just wrapped up, can we just really quickly just make sure the item situation's all done? If there's anyone I want to who wants something I have or otherwise, we could do it next session too, but I kind of want to get that tedium out of the way.
I will
It's up to you guys.
The spider robe probably isn't best on me. Just because, I'm not a stealthy boy.
Well, maybe actually, how about this? Maybe it makes sense because if we each have a list of items that we're not really using or won't use, if we just all post that, and then we can just figure out if anything would be useful to anybody else.
Yep,
and
let's just do it in Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think I have any attuned items.
Also,
You
I'll
do.
say one.
Do I?
Yeah, I believe so. Is the quiver?
I have the quiver. I don't know if that's attuned though. It just holds your items, doesn't it?
And look,
Quiver of Elona is not
attuned. Yeah.
I have the grappling gun, but I don't even know if that's technically a magic item or not.
Oh, it's magic to me.
It
it's
would probably be
special.
the only thing would be your you would actually have the trident is non-attuning, but I think just based off of artificer shit, the short chubby spear is attunement.
Well, is that Valhana's attunement, or do I have to?
You attune to it.
I don't
Okay.
think any.
But she can attune to
artificer item
6 things, right?
You can attune to a lot of things. No, because she's an alchemist. So
No, I was like, I can't.
Oh,
that
that's only
a-
one of the subclasses lets you.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I think all I have is the axe, and then I have the hook of Fisher's Delight and
And
pair
I
of
have
reading glasses.
I have a bag of magic beans. Other than that, it's
Yeah, there's one major thing I want to discuss, which I will wait for the next session because it's big. Is who's going to hold the scroll of Trask summoning? If we even want to use that, and then who could actually use it? So that's gonna be more. Everything else is pretty simple. Also, just aside, I opened up one of the fancy ass wine bottles that are 2,000 years old and pass it around as the heat comes up.
Nice.
So that's how we.
Yeah, you're just sitting
Oh,
there
yeah.
drinking
put
the
the silver
best.
shades on.
Yeah.
These are. So I've got a green glow potion, a cold potion, a warm orange potion, and a yo that shit clear potion, which we never found out what was.
It's clear.
That one was clear. Yeah, we figured out that
Okay.
much. But no, those were from the tower of Yithrin that we came across. That
Really?
the-
From way back then, you still haven't figured
Yeah.
that shit out? Jeez.
Nope,
Okay.
we never figured it out. We never sat down and figured it out. I think I tried once and it just rolled shittily, and I've just been sitting ever since.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know it existed. So
Yeah, I will put those into the pool. Would
Okay,
you let
that-
us figure out what they are in the next 8 hours or so?
Yep.
okay, I'll type up what I have. It'd be simple. Just
Yeah, I'm just.
unless everyone wants to RP the whole item stuff, I feel like it's a little on the tedious side just
Yeah.
for a tactical
Yeah,
planning thing.
no, I would agree.
Really quickly, I'm looking at the stuff for artificer infusions. The chubby is the returning weapon, right?
Yep.
Yeah, returning weapon.
That one does not say it requires attunement.
Oh, cool.
Repeating shot requires attunement. Replicate magic item depends on the item. That might require attunement. And enhanced arcane focus requires attunement, but enhanced weapon and returning weapon do not. Because it specifically says in the enhanced in the infusion, it specifically says like in the description. So I don't think that the chubby spear is an attunement.
Yeah, so Artificer, when you reach 10th level, you can attune it up to 4 magic items, if that matters to you.
I can attune 2 up to 4?
Yeah.
Yep, 1 extra,
Okay.
which is pretty good.
I don't even
I have a sword.
I don't think I have that many things.
I have a scroll of knock.
You could also just knock.
You can say knock knock, open up the door.
That's real.
I mean, I'm just hearing the Thomas the Tank Engine version of that one in my head.
Yeah.
I have a purple pear.
I have 2 of those too.
Oh, those
I don't
are
know-
useful.
What?
Yeah, I
You
forgot
have
what
a
they do.
pair of purple pears.
Yeah,
I think
do.
we actually have to eat those soon, or they're gonna go bad.
I'll eat one.
We're literally in an ice box, so probably fine. Now the sun's up
Okay.
though.
I could have sworn you said.
Does
that
anyone
they
have
would go
greater restoration?
No,
Nobody
unfortunately,
does it.
I have a remove curse though, so I could use that on your axe, which I do believe will break the curse on you, but not.
That is
But if
exactly what
you-
you need. That is what is needed
Right.
for it to.
Okay, but
cool.
would that mean then if you still hold axe, it comes back? I don't remember.
It
Or
never
does that
came back.
destroy the curse? Okay, it destroys the curse on the axe itself,
And
It
on,
destroys.
and on
Yeah, it-
and I reckon.
yeah, it
So,
destroys
does
the
that-
negative side effect of the axe.
Oh, okay,
Everything
yeah.
else about it is fine.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's perfect. So when we long rest, I can use one of my spell slots for that. So I'll save that.
And Derpy, I did get, like, from sitting in the chairs like 100 sessions ago. Not 100 sessions ago, but a couple sessions ago, where I got some greater restoration charges.
Oh yeah, you didn't use those yet.
I've used one of them on a.
Mm.
That's how we got our 0.
Right.
Mixed them up with that. I have 3 more charges of it.
I am.
Well, that
So,
could
yeah,
help both.
yeah.
No, who else got affected by the? Oh, Kalis and Valhalla both got affected by the reduction of HP. They both are 12
Well, it goes
max
away on a
HP
long
down.
rest, doesn't it?
No, it does
It only
not.
goes away
No.
with greater restoration.
Damn. Okay, yeah, that would be good.
And we're both squishy as is.
Yeah, so my max is 52, so I lost 12, so now I'm down to 40.
Yeah, my max is 61 and I'm down to 49.
That would be
I
worth it.
win.
If you wanna just get rid of those last 2 charges, that'd be a good save.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
definitely.
makes sense.
Okay. Do those. Boop boop. Rid of them.
I had. Yeah.
So we don't regain that HP though.
You will.
Ah, Leon, that's cursed. What
At
the
the end
fuck?
of at the end of the long rest, you will. So yes.
Wait, are we having a long rest right now?
Yeah, it's basically
Okay.
at the end of the cast. We're gonna say you're gonna long rest and be recharged up for whatever the coming day is.
Okay.
I think it's simple.
I will say the potion of greater potion of frost resistance. I'm pretty sure we all have. We all got one of.
Oh, is that was? I think
We
we
all
already divvied those up. That's right.
Yep. Scroll of Comet, Wand of Magic Missiles doesn't require attunement.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you have the warm orange potion is the look at this stuff. There's the thing about the potions. Yeah, here we go. They're basically 4 resistance potions. Destroy.
Okay.
Green is acid resistance, cold, obviously cold, fire resistance, and then that shit clear is force resistance.
I kind of want to say that Hyrokin should have those on like a bandolier ready to go. Because you could be so fucking tanky if you had resistance to specific things as needed.
So could Thad.
I'm not tanky. But
I mean,
Speaking
that'll be
of
most-
Thad, I'm giving you a fucking platinum ring, and you better fucking wear it.
I'm already attuned to the max.
It's
so
not an attunement. It is
what
a
does it
spell
do?
component.
Oh?
It allows me to cast Warding Bond, so you don't fucking die.
I will take my glove off for only the second time you've ever seen it and put the ring on.
You
probably
got
have, like,
fucking
the
manicured,
have, like, a
manicured
Wonder Boy
hands,
hand or
looking
something.
so dainty.
Don't look too
And
closely.
another thing to think of, if Derpy's looking at stuff, what she wants to put on a spell storing item,
Ooh.
right? Because you can put
Yeah.
a level 2 spell, a level 2 artificer spell on an item of choice and give that to somebody to use.
Okay. So what spells?
Enlarge, reduce.
Enlarge reduce would be good.
to me.
Levitate.
I'm taking a good.
Question: Does
I
it
mean,
still
there's
require
lesser restoration.
concentration?
It does, yeah. So
So
For the person using the item.
yeah.
But wait,
for
Valhalla
when-
could cast Enlarge Reduce on someone, and then they could cast it on themselves.
You can't stack
God, we
effects.
don't want that. I don't want to think about the ramifications of that ridiculousness.
Oh, I'm already having enough problem with melting a glacier. Let's not worry about fucking. mass
Let's see. Some
multiplying.
interesting level
I mean,
2
I could do
spells.
flaming sphere.
Ugh.
Magic mouse.
Blur is an interesting one.
Blur is pretty good.
Blur and mirror imager, yeah.
Ooh, Melf's acid arrow.
MILF shot.
MILFs, yeah.
Yeah, and so far you can see. I mean,
Could do alter self.
that's actually the acid arrow is pretty cool. Stop closing it, Derpy. I'm looking at it.
Oh, I was like, why is this open?
So it's a ranged spell attack, but it'd use Valhana's spell attack bonus, which is good. So she's a +9 spell attack bonus right now. And it does 4d4 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid damage at the end of the next turn.
Okay.
So
That does seem pretty good.
At range?
at range,
Yeah, that's a nice thing for some of the
90-foot
melee.
range.
That's
yeah.
pretty good range.
Well, that'd be good. That would be nice for one of the melee to have as a backup option.
Yeah, I could have that and give it to. What's the penguin's name?
Ooh.
Give it to Kingsport.
Yeah.
The blind penguin who's
The
in a shoe
blind
outside.
penguin. He's
Penguin commits war
blind.
crimes. A D&D.
Yeah. It's
This
a
is
it's
a-
hell.
This isn't one I actually had seen. This is from
You
Strixhaven.
read the description of the spell. It says, target within range. Oh no, it's whoa, interesting. It doesn't say anything about. Interesting. Is that a jaunt?
Yeah, that's one from
Within
Strixhaven. I wasn't
range.
familiar with that. That actually, it's a decent spell. It's a bonus action too.
The only other one I could think of, Derpy, would be imbuing it with a catapult. A level 2 catapult spell.
Also ranged, yeah. And could do something with a train.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
What I could do.
Oh, at level 2, it increases the weight of objects you can target, and also increases it by d8. So it's 4d. That would be 4d8 damage.
Could also do Tasha's caustic brew and just have someone constantly just dumping.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Think about that, because that's actually
Yeah.
something that could be.
Grease. We could do grease. Ooh, identify.
Oh, Grease.
Just identify all
Oh,
kinds
Grease.
of shit.
Going back to fucking. Why am I blanking on the
Disguise
name?
self. Expeditious retreat.
Dragon Heist.
Yeah, Dragon Heist.
Expeditious retreat. We'll do that. It's a bonus action. And just have someone just continuously
Just dashing
take
all the
dash.
time.
Yep.
Dash, dash, dash. After I haste them, and then they go dash, dash, dash.
All right. So think about it. We'll end the stream for now, though. Think about this.
Featherfall. I
could
have Featherfall.
Think about what you want to prep. So
I've
this is prep what you're going to be possibly using for a big confrontation. And yeah, I'd say
So
y'all did
are
a
we
great
just
job.
as-
You beat the
are we
shit out of a big scary mouthy monster. And with the decision made tonight of turning on the weather, it weakens. It definitely weakens their army for sure. There'll be less things arriving. Especially the snow golems, which I would not even ice elemental, but snow golem is definitely something that would be a little bit more affected by a warmer weather situation. Yeah.
It's like Frosty, like the Frosty and Snowman movie.
Dude, they are the most ridiculous looking shits on the planet. You'll see them next time.
We fought them before, I think.
Did you?
Snow golems?
Yeah, in
Yeah, we
the
fought one
town
in the
square
town center.
No, so you fought a snowman.
Very different.
Very different. A snow golem is this.
What a bro.
So dumpy.
Oh, we didn't fight the ones in the cave?
No.
And we fought a
You
snow.
never
man.
encountered them.
Okay.
Which cave would they would have been in?
Caves of
It
Hunger.
looks like a Teletubby if it existed in the Bloodborne universe. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was quite. I mean, you guys made a beeline through the Caves of Hunger. There was a bunch of stuff that you could have gotten lost around and did some dumb shit in there. That's a nice area that kills a lot of parties.
So are we starting next session as if we long rested?
Yes.
Okay.
And we can just retroactively make any decisions
Yep.
in terms of resource allocation and whatnot as we go back. Okay. Sounds good to me.
And yeah. Cool stuff. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna end the stream. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Alrighty. Thanks everybody. We're out of here. Deuces.